grind it out with a running game, but they were throwing the ball, and they caught Leesville by surprise. This pass for a touchdown, and Breaux Bridge silenced the crowd with a 7-0 lead on Leesville. But then on Leesville's next possession, they got serious, giving the ball to Cecil Collins, a hard-fought 7-yard gain. Then they handed off to him again, this one for no gain, and then Cecil will break it off. A long touchdown run. That tied it at 7-all at the half. Leesville erupted in the second half, and Leesville would win it 28-13. The Cats headed to the Superdome. Their record 13-1. So congratulations to Danny Smith and the Leesville Wampus Cats headed to the Superdome. They'll play next Saturday at 5 o'clock.
Leesville welcome Breaux Bridge to the Wampadome tonight for the right to go to the Class 4A finals next weekend at the Superdome. Early second quarter, score tied at zip. The Tigers get the first break. Jason Green rolls right, but he's picked off by Albert Alexander. And yes, signal caller Guy Wiltz would sprint to his left. He finds Eric Nielsen on the crossing pattern. The junior tight end lumbers 31 yards. Fighting Tigers are in business. They soon cash in. Wiltz heaves it to the far side. The floater lands safely into the waiting hands of Nick Frederick. Visitors go up 7-zip. But the Diesel would then shift into high gear. Cecil Collins takes the pitch. Watch this one. Breaking tackles, running over people, cutting to his right. And he is gone. This one spanning 57 yards. Cecil displaying elusiveness, power, and finally speed on his way to the end zone. The Wampus Cats rode the legs of number 32. They win tonight, 28-13. Leesville is heading to the Dome. They will play Salmon.
You've brought us. It's time you got some of your own. From all the gang to our favorite head. Thank you very much.
Don's Hallmark is alive with the magic of the holidays. Shop Don's for the latest Hallmark Christmas ornaments and gift ideas. At the Hallmark Gold Crown Store, Don's can offer you the best selection in our area. Stop in and see the adorable Oldest Angel collection, the lovely Seraphim Classic collectibles, and the enchanting story of Santa Claus. Ornate ornaments, hundreds of collectibles, wrapping paper, and world-famous Hallmark greeting cards for all the things that mean Christmas. Visit Don's Hallmark in Leesville Square.
We are back live at Leesville High School's Wampus Cat Stadium, our pregame show tonight. And the first thing we'd like to do is thank the Leesville High School administration and their kindness for letting us bring this ball game to you tonight. Also want to thank the principal at Breaux Bridge High School. He said, hey, the more the merrier. He said, I know a lot of old folks in your community, a lot of folks that can't get out tonight, so let them see the ball game, let them support the team. And we thank them for their sense of fair-mindedness and sportsmanship.
That's true. And when you see Tom Newbert, the principal, or if you see Curtis Clay, the athletic director, or Coach Smith, or a school board member for that matter, why don't you tell them how much you appreciate them letting us bring you the Wampus Cat football games live this year? Maybe we'll do it again next year.
Let's hope so. But right now, the game at hand is an awesome, monumental football game. There are 4 teams left in Louisiana's Quad A football playoffs. 2 of them playing here tonight, Leesville and Breaux Bridge, and the other 2 playing up in Monroe as the number 1 ranked Salmon squad takes on our old nemesis, Wassman.
Yes.
The winner of these 2 ball games meets next Saturday evening in the Louisiana Superdome in the Louisiana High School Athletic Association Gatorade Superdome Classic. And the Wampus Cats come into this ball game, John, with a 10-game winning streak. Breaux Bridge comes in with a 6-game winning streak, and something's going to give tonight.
Well, they've played some close ball games, though. Breaux Bridge has had a lot of games that were real close. They were beat by very few points. And
Breaux Bridge is an excellent team away from the friendly confines of Breaux Bridge High School. They are 6-2 away this year. The Wampus Cats have their own 5-1 record to boast about. And in their 13 games this year, since they were beaten by Sulphur on the road, they have reeled off 10 straight victories, including 2 shutouts in the playoffs against a couple of quality football teams in Opelousas and DeRidder. Breaux Bridge finished up as the wild card in District 5-4A. They had a record of 4-3. They were only 2-3 at home and 6-2 on the road. But Breaux Bridge has roared through the playoffs. They go on the road to shut out Hammond 21-0 in Hammond. Then they go to Baton Rouge to take on a highly regarded Broadmoor team, beat them 15-12. And then last week at home in the Class Quad A quarterfinals, they defeat Terrebonne by a score of 18-7. And in doing so, they come from behind with 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. So this is certainly not a team that you can take lightly. And Coach Mike Moad, who has been at Breaux Bridge for 12 years, has a lot of tradition working for him too, John. Do you know that Breaux Bridge has got some kind of record in the playoffs? They have been to the quarterfinals or the semifinals twice in the last 5 years. They have been to the playoffs for 10 straight years, and Coach Moad used that as a motivating factor. He told me that earlier in the season when his team started off 2 wins and 5 losses, that his seniors got together and said, we do not want to be the team that is remembered as the team that broke the string of playoff appearances. So they buckled down, they got after it, and they made it happen. And, of course, the Wampus Cats playing in the toughest, arguably, statistically speaking, the toughest Quad A district in Louisiana, roared through the district season with a perfect 5-0 mark, and they've shut out 2 of the 3 teams they've played in the playoffs, and they won in a very tough place to play in Carroll High School.
They got down, but they came right back, and they've been roaring back ever since. There's no quitting. You're going to see that tonight.
A lot of seniors on this team for Breaux Bridge, although some of their key defensive players are underclassmen. We'll come back in 60 seconds and give you some more of our information that we've gathered throughout the week. Back in 60 seconds with more Wampus Cat football on Vista Communications Cable Channel 3.
The Alford Advantage puts the pickup at the top of the list. Steve Alford Chevrolet GO introduces the 1996 extended cab pickup for only $18,995. V8 engine, automatic transmission, air conditioning, tilt wheel, cruise control, and more. Put it at the top of the list and take a test drive in the 96 extended cab pickup. Only $18,995 now till the end of the month. Steve Alford Chevrolet GO. Take the Alford Advantage. Highway 171 Leesville, next to the Days Inn.
Is there a difference between driving under the influence and driving while intoxicated? Is a misdemeanor more serious than a felony? What are your rights as an accused in a criminal proceeding?
Hello, my name is Elvin Fontenot. For over 16 years, I've practiced criminal defense law in West Central Louisiana. My experience in criminal defense cases in this area is well documented. It is important that an accused be made aware of his rights in a criminal prosecution. If you need an attorney to represent you in a criminal defense case, please call me.
We are back live at Leesville High School's Wampus Cat Stadium, where the Breaux Bridge Fighting Tigers have invaded the friendly confines, and the Wampus Cat faithful are ready for them, chanting, singing, making noise. I've seen some really creative noisemakers here tonight.
Boy, the enthusiasm is high tonight, isn't it? And the stands are filled.
Yes, sir. It looks like a great night for football. Come on out there. The tickets, you can still get a seat for this football game. There is room available here tonight on the visitor side, but you won't be alone if you're a Wampus Cat fan.
Boy, that's for sure.
There are Wampus fans over on the visitor side, and you'll see that before the night is over with. This football game is an interesting contrasting style, John. Under Coach Mike Moad in his 12th year, Breaux Bridge is 86-55. They are led offensively by Stephen Menard, their outstanding fullback. He has 222 carries for a little over 1,060 yards and 15 touchdowns. However, Menard had a string of 7 straight 100-yard rushing efforts snapped last week against Terrebonne. He went out in the third quarter with a severely sprained ankle. The coaching staff, I don't know if they were blowing smoke at us or not, buddy, but they told us that he would not start, and instead the starting fullback will be Terrence Bowman, a junior here tonight. The freshman running back, the tailback, is a guy by the name of Dominic Davis. It'll be interesting to see him. He's got over 700 yards rushing as a freshman. This is not a fancy offense we're looking at tonight. It's a pretty basic offense. They're going to run the hard dive up the top, the tackle, and they're going to run the veer option, trying to get away from the pursuit to the corners. One of the things they have working for him, the Leesville coaches told us, that their quarterback, number 7, Guy Wills, is a little guy. As we were watching him, he's a very small quarterback, probably only about 5'7", 5'8", and they said that when he gets under center, he is really hard for the defense to locate. And that was one of the things that we were going to have to key on tonight, because if he can pull the defense on the field, he can fool us here tonight.
Yeah, well, the thing about these teams, it's not something they've seen for the first time this year. You know, DeRitter runs basically the same type of offense. Breaux Bridge.
DeRitter runs that wing. Johnny Cryer, the defensive coordinator, told me, he said they're very much like Pickering.
Yeah.
So Pickering fans, if you're watching this tonight, see if the Breaux Bridge Tigers don't mirror image your offense a little bit. And Pickering, although not a proficient, or not a team that wanted to pass, we're very proficient passing, and that's the kind of offense he runs. They have an excellent tight end, a kid by the name of Castile, and he is the leading receiver on this football team. So watch the tight end over the middle for some big gains for the Breaux Bridge Tigers. Of course, the Leesville offense predicated around the rushing attack of the MVP in the state from last year, Cecil Collins, one of the truly most talented running backs in Louisiana and in high school rushing football history. He's got over 7,000 yards for his career. He's got a chance with a big night here tonight to go over 100 touchdowns in his career. So we'll talk more about Collins and the way that the Leesville offense meshes together. We'll take a 60-second break, be right back with more of our pregame show. You're listening to Leesville High School Wampus Cat Football on Vista Communications Cable Channel 3.
Just as Americans have protected their flag through the years, Morris Insurance Agency has worked hard to protect their clients. For 54 years, we've provided Vernon Parish residents good values on all their insurance needs. As an independent insurance agency, we have a wealth of companies to select from that offer you the best buy for your dollar. On personal automobile alone, we'll quote you in 16 different companies. Morris Insurance Agency is growing.
Please give us a call today for an insurance review. You may be spending more than you need to. Thank you.
Join the winning teams at Brown Furniture and Brown Furniture Outlet.
We run over the competition. We'll tackle every room in your house.
No one passes on our selection or financing. Our team is complete. Quality, selection, financing.
Visit the winning teams today at Brown Furniture on the West Texas Highway or Brown Furniture Outlet, Highway 171, Leesville.
We are back live, and the Breaux Bridge Tigers in the middle of the field, along with the Leesville High School Wampus Cats, their cheerleaders and their fans, as the Cats are getting ready to hoist the banner and come out from the goalpost here in a few minutes. Cecil Collins, John Coburn, what a story. I mean, his praises are being sung from one end of the state to the other. He has 7,464 career rushing yards and 96 total touchdowns. In the playoffs in 3 games, 656 yards and 11 touchdowns in 3 games. Collins has had a heck of a year, 37 touchdowns on the season. Everybody knows him. Everybody respects him. Opposing football coaches become fans even after he beats them.
Oh, it doesn't take long for them to become a fan if they're not when they get here, because they're awed by Cecil's output. And just as equally awesome, though, is that defense they have. The defense is just as awesome as the offense, and that's what makes this a real unique football team.
Well, they say that defense wins football games, and nobody plays better defense in the district and quite possibly in this part of the state than the Leesville High Wampus Cats, led by a fine trio of linebackers, excellent cover men, great run support from the secondary, and a dog-eat-dog defensive line. The Wampus Cats are limiting their opponents to under 10 points per game this year. 9.3 points per game in 13 ball games, folks. They give up only 78 yards rushing per game. They give up only 75 yards passing per game. They give up only a total of 152 yards per game. And in 3 playoff games, they have 2 shutouts, and they have given up an average of 103 yards. So if we thought their regular season defense was good, they have really stepped it up about 2 notches in the playoffs.
They've become really stingy over the last few weeks, Rick. And other teams like Carroll scored 28 points on them, but about 14 of that 28 was by a fluke, like the snap over the head of the kicker and things like this that caused it. But that defense is really ready to play.
And one of the things that is tremendous about the defense is that they only have 99 solo tackles in 13 games, okay? That means that every tackle that this team is making, or doggone near every tackle that they're making, 2 and 3 and 4 guys are making the tackle. It is not an individual thing. It is a total team effort. And one of the things that's going to be interesting tonight is how the Wampus Cats react to this offense. You know, I got to think that this is really the first time all year that they've seen this kind of an option attack that's got that big fullback, that's got that speedy tailback, that's got a quarterback who's able to throw the football. So Breaux Bridge brings the whole package in. A lot of seniors, 6 straight wins. They got a shot at redemption. I mean, look at they come from one of the biggest Quad A districts in Louisiana. District 5-4A consists of St. Thomas More, who went 11-2 on the year, Franklin, who went 9-3, St. Martinville went 9-3, Opelousas, that's our only common opponent, Breaux Bridge, Beauchesne, Northside, and Abbeville. We all know how tough Abbeville has been in the past. Well, this year they struggled to a 1-9 record, but there are 8 teams in that district, so you play 7 district ball games, and it really is a dogfight. Breaux Bridge finished 4-3 in the district. They scored 107 points in those 7 games, and they gave up 130 points in those 7 games. So they are used to playing close, defensive-minded football games.
They're a defensive team. That's the key to their success is their defense. They're like Leesville. They're not quite as stingy as Leesville, but they play a good brand of football.
That's right.
It's a hard-nosed football.
That coaches say that they play very good technique, and if you're able to play several different techniques, if one technique is not working for you, if one scheme is not working for you the way that your guys handle the other linemen, then you go to another technique. You play a different gap, you read your keys differently, and they've got the ability to change up on defenses. So if Leesville has early success, look for Breaux Bridge to make the adjustments. They are capable of it. The coaches told us that. And if it's a good close game, look for them to stay with what brought them here. And
right.
If they've got success against Leesville stopping the rush, Leesville is going to have to throw the football. Jason Green has been able to do that this year. He has, for the season, 43 out of 101 passes, 3 interceptions, 4 touchdowns, and just a little over 750 yards. The leading receiver for the Wampus Cats is Marcus Thurman. Thurman with 2 touchdowns among his 17 catches. He has also caught 282 yards worth of passes. But the Cats will be bolstered tonight by the return of one of their other wide receivers, Xavier Burrell, number 4. Burrell has been a punter and was an outstanding receiver, had about 10 or 11 catches during the regular season. He had a tremendously sprained tendon in his foot, and he kept it to himself kind of, and he didn't tell. When he finally told the coaches said, take your shoe off. They looked at his shoe, and they said it was about the size of a watermelon. And so they got the kid the treatment he needed. He was on crutches for the DeRitter game last week. He hasn't played in 3 weeks, but he is a fearsome hitter, and he's one of the smoothest route runners, and he's probably a guy that don't tell anybody, but Breaux Bridge probably hasn't seen him much on film because he hasn't played in about 3 weeks, so he could be the X factor in the ball game tonight.
Well, you know, they've been watching the playoff films, and he hasn't been in them. So you're right, it could be the X factor.
Interesting bit of intrigue. I mean, this is for all the marbles here tonight, folks. The Wampus Cats, according to the documentation that we have, they've never been this far into the Louisiana high school playoffs before. They are knocking on the door. They knocked on the door 2 years ago. They got their foot in the door last year, and they want all of the fried chicken and the chocolate pie on the table this year, baby, and they could have an excellent chance to get it. A lot of people from out of the area think that Leesville's chances here tonight are going to be quite good. So it'll be an interesting matchup if the Wampus Cats can pull it off here tonight. And here come the Cats onto the football field for the coin toss. We'll be back in 60 seconds with more of our pregame show. You're listening to Wampus Cat Football on Vista Communications Cable Channel 3.
If actions speak louder than words, well, this is my way of shouting.
My wife has 4 tickets, and if she don't come tonight, I'm going to be a mad son of a bitch.
We're back live, our pregame show coming at you here tonight from Wampus Cat Stadium live on Vista Communications. We talked about how good the Leesville defense was this year. Let's go ahead and talk specifically, break this defense down for these people out there, John.
Right.
Siggy Malerski and Marcus Gill are the defensive ends. Robbie Carter and Darian Davis will be the starting tackles tonight. We will also definitely see Willie West and Lou Drawdy. So the Cats have had all year long, they've shuttled about 6 guys in on the defensive line. All of them with good size and excellent quickness. Maybe not the biggest guys in the world, but they get underneath offensive linemen and they cause havoc. The Wampus Cats have 49 sacks on the year. That is incredible. You've got about 9 guys that have got sacks, led by Cedric Clemens, the outstanding senior linebacker, with 10 sacks. Robbie Carter and Greg Roan have 7. Marcus Gill has 5. Robert Robinson and Darian Davis each have 4. The Cats have 49 sacks on the year, and it has resulted in a loss of 294 yards by opposing quarterbacks throughout the season. The Cats have 12 interceptions. Robert Robinson, Shermaine Jones, and Vernon Lee and Greg Roan all have multiple interceptions. Robinson has returned an interception for a touchdown this year, as has Shermaine Jones. So the Cats have tremendous ability in their secondary. Mike Lewis, a fearsome hitter back there. So the Cats really have the whole package defensively. Let's listen to the invocation here tonight. This is the Reverend Wallace Palmer from the First Baptist Church of Leesville.
For the community and come together tonight for this purpose, and we thank you for all of the friends from Breaux Bridge who have traveled here for this game. And we pray that you will give them traveling grace and safety home after the game tonight. We thank you for these 2 schools, the administration, the faculty, the staff, and of course we thank you for our most precious resource, the student bodies. We pray your blessings upon the teams tonight, and upon the cheerleaders, and upon the band. We pray, dear Heavenly Father, that everyone will do their best, that all of us will be good sports, and that your will might be done in all of our undertakings. We pray your special blessings upon the officials tonight, that they might have the skill and the wisdom to make correct, accurate decisions. Thank you again for all you've done for us. In Christ's name we pray. Amen.
The Reverend Wallace Palmer from the First Baptist Church of Leesville with a fine invocation. And now the colors are being presented. And here's the Leesville High Wampus Cat Marching Band with our national anthem. That's our national anthem as performed by the Leesville High School Pride, the Pride of Leesville High, the Wampus Cat Marching Band. Here come the Cats onto the field, and we're going to get this shenanigans together. Welcome to the danger zone. Tigers of Breaux Bridge, can you hear the cat roar?
Whoa. Boy. The enthusiasm tonight. Look at the balloons going up here.
So, John, you have 2 teams here tonight that have developed a tremendous chemistry throughout the year to get to this point of the season, and to do so in such an impressive fashion. Regardless of the outcome of this football game, both of these teams have overcome some major obstacles this year. The Leesville Wampus Cats faced a lot of questions offensively when the season started. Defensively, they have come together tremendously. Breaux Bridge starts the season 2-5. They're on a 6-game winning streak. They have a lot of senior pride, and they've got a lot of fans here tonight to hoot and holler for them. So you've got an excellent contest coming up for you here tonight. The Leesville offense that we mentioned, extremely prolific. For the season, I got some more of those reams of stats over here. For the season, the Wampus Cat offense, 325 rushing yards per game. Total offense, 325, 266 yards rushing and about 58 yards passing. That passing stat is deceptive. Jason Green is like a knife thrower at the carnival. When he needs to hit, he does. And he's done it all year long. None of them bigger than the 48-yarder last week that set up a key touchdown that really took all of the steam out of the nostrils of the DeRidder Dragons.
Yeah, that broke their back. That one pass broke their back, and after that it was all Leesville.
Up front, the Wampus Cats are led by the tackles, Gene Mann and Adrian Burns. The guards are Denny Fetting and Elbert Marbury. And the center is Evan Nett. Nett and Fetting are the only two seniors on the line. Trey Tyndall, a just a junior, a real fine blocking tight end, and a guy who can catch a pass for you, too. The X-back will be Xavier Burrell and or Jerry Haynes and or Marcus Thurman. Those guys will alternate at the X and the Z-back positions. The fullback will be Ryan Buckner. You also might see Greg Roan in to start the game at fullback if the Cats go on offense first. Cecil Collins will be the starting tailback, and Greg Roan will alternately spell Collins at the tailback position. And I guarantee you that number 22 is a source of concern for the Breaux Bridge Tigers here tonight. Their coach told me that he appears on every footage, every clip of film footage that they have, that number 22 is in there. If he's not on defense, he's on offense. They are well aware of his ability to make big plays on both sides of the ball. The place kicker, Josh Dill, it is imperative that he get off to a key start. The success that Dill has had this year has come when he hits his first extra point attempt.
Yeah, he gets his confidence.
When he misses the first one, he starts to think about too many things, and they've got to keep him on line tonight. Of course, the Wampus Cats have gone to the two-point conversion, and I think they're hitting about 80% of their two-point conversion tries this year. A great football game in store for you. The winner of this ball game travels to New Orleans, and a bunch of fans will be headed with them. Opening kickoff of this football game in just 60 seconds. After these words from our sponsors, you're listening to Wampus Cat Football on Vista Communications, Cable Channel 3.
Hallmark is alive with the magic of the holidays. Shop Don's for the latest Hallmark Christmas ornaments and gift ideas. At the Hallmark Gold Crown Store, Don's can offer you the best selection in our area. Stop in and see the adorable Oldest Angel collection, the lovely Seraphim Classic collectibles, and the enchanting story of Santa Claus. Ornate ornaments, hundreds of collectibles, wrapping paper, and world-famous Hallmark greeting cards for all the things that mean Christmas. Visit Don's Hallmark in Leesville Square.
The Alford Advantage puts the pickup at the top of the list. Steve Alford Chevrolet GO introduces the 1996 extended cab pickup for only $18,995. V8 engine, automatic transmission, air conditioning, tilt wheel, cruise control, and more. Put it at the top of the list and take a test drive in the 96 extended cab pickup. Only $18,995 now till the end of the month. Steve Alford Chevrolet GO. Take the Alford Advantage. Highway 171 Leesville, next to the Days Inn.
Well, the introduction of some dignitaries, a lot of media coverage here tonight. KLAX TV out at Lafayette, Channel 10, the CBS affiliate down there. And, of course, your friendly weekend warriors here at Vista Communications Cable Channel.
Why, certainly.
The Leesville High Wampus Cats have won the toss, and Breaux Bridge will see firsthand, up close and personal, just how tough the Wampus Cat offense can be. The Cats need to get off to a good start, John Coburn. In two of these three playoff games, they have scored the first time they've had the football. Against Carroll, they scored on the first play of the game. They scored 20 points in the first 5 minutes of the game against the Carroll Bulldogs. Against DeRidder last week, they scored on their first offensive possession. They took them 5 plays to do it, but they pulled it off. The Cats have made a habit of, and of course against Opelousas, it took them a couple of offensive series, but when they got it rolling, after Greg Roan on that marvelous punt, fake punt, after he picks up 30 yards, that really kicked the Leesville offense into high gear, and they rolled over Opelousas as well as rolling over DeRidder last week.
Well, it's contrary to what it was last year. Remember, they used to have to get a touchdown behind before they started playing ball last year.
This year, I think they like being on top.
That's true.
Back deep to receive, Marcus Thurman, Cecil Collins, and Greg Roan. And all three of these guys are capable of breaking it the distance. Breaux Bridge High School, out of really a tremendous hotbed of high school football down in that corner of Louisiana, that portion of Louisiana. It's not in the corner, it's in the south central portion of the state. You look at St. Thomas More, Franklin, St. Martinville, Opelousas, Breaux Bridge. They had 5 teams out of the 8 teams in their district make the playoffs this year.
And this is the 5th place team right here.
Yes.
The one here.
They are the ones that are left. Bear that in mind, my friends. The 2 teams have played similar opponents. It was early in the year, the first district game on September 22nd, that Opelousas went to Breaux Bridge and beat the Fighting Tigers 21-13. That was the district opener. They also got beat by St. Martinville before responding with the win over Abbeville, and then St. Thomas More beat them. So they faced 3 playoff teams in their first 4 regular district games. So they had a tough road to hoe. And of course, Leesville, Eunice, Crowley, DeRidder, and Sam Houston. 5 teams from
both
this
of them had
district
5
also
teams.
made the playoffs.
Well, they had one of the common opponents was Opelousas. Leesville manhandled Opelousas. Opelousas beat Breaux Bridge.
Yep. And we are set to go as Jamie Castile, a senior split end, handles all of the kicking chores for the Tigers. Let's see how we get it going. High end-over-end kick comes to Collins at the 5. Here he comes to the near side of the 10, to the 15, to the 20, to the 25. Collins on his feet to the 30. Breaks 2 tackles. And I'll tell you what, Cecil Collins ends up at the 40. He was a half a step away from breaking it all the way.
He was just about an inch of going all the way when Philip Williams, number 44, the cornerback, caught him by the ankle and brought him down at the 40.
A 35-yard return by Collins to the Leesville High School 40-yard line gives the Cats great field position to open this football game and welcome in to Louisiana high school football at its finest. 2 of the top 4 teams in the state of Louisiana Quad A class here tonight. Wideouts to the left. Toss Collins runs that way, gets a block from Buckner, and is across the 45 to about the 48-yard line for a gain of almost 9 yards.
He got a real good snap in the center there. Number 58, Choate, the linebacker, is a man who finally rode him down after about 7 yards.
Up front for the Breaux Bridge Tigers, Sean Hutchinson, Shannon Babineau, Dwayne Nayday, the nose guard, Kevin Senegal, and Josh Jones. Aaron Choate and Jody Castile are the linebackers. Philip Williams and Albert Alexander are the corners. Dominic Davis, the free safety. Frank Noel, the strong safety. 6-yard pickup to the 46-yard line, make it 2nd down and 4. Right up the middle, he is near the first down marker, maybe right on the 50-yard line, close to a first down.
It's going to be close. Babineau, the big tackle, along with Nayday, the nose guard, making the tackle. It's going to be close.
And they are going to mark it on the right on the 50, so I'll tell you what, they're going to bring out
first down.
They're not going to bring the chains out. Cats get the first down. 6-yard carry by Collins, 4-yard carry by Buckner. And the ball is at midfield on the Leesville opening drive, and the Leesville fans are wanting points on the board. See a lot of faces here tonight that we haven't seen in a while, and there's part of your contingent down there.
Bobby and Barbara waving at us.
1st and 10 for the Cats. Toss Collins comes to the right, cuts it up. Collins into Breaux Bridge territory, inside the 40, down to the 38-yard line, and another first down for the Wampus Cats on a 12-yard pickup.
Yes, sir, and he's showing them what he's made of right now.
Absolutely moving them out. Great effort up front, up time by Burns and Fetting on the right side as Tyndall sealed the linebacker off. Buckner had the lead block, and Collins busted it right up for 12.
Williams, number 44, and Noel are the ones that made the tackle, the free safety.
Thurman goes out wide to the left. Jerry Haynes flanked to the right. I formation, the tight end on the left. Roan on the carry, and Roan is inside the 35-yard line down to the 34. And Nayday, the nose guard, gets up and gets into the face of Evan Nett, the Leesville center.
Yeah, Babineau is another man who was on there and on the play. They're going to have a rough time of it tonight. He got about 5 yards out of it.
That was Greg Roan, number 22, running in at fullback. He and Buckner right now alternating a couple of plays at a time. 9:40 to go here in the first quarter. Leesville's opening drive starting at their 40, now advancing to the 34-yard line of the Tigers. Wideouts to both sides. Toss Collins, runs left. Can he get to the corner? He does. Can he make it happen? And a nice tackle from behind as Collins breaks it down inside the 25-yard line for another Leesville first down.
That was a tremendous tackle there by the linebacker, Aaron Choate. He came around there. I'll tell you, He made a great play on that one.
Great pursuit, because we have seen time after time, especially here lately, when Collins gets to that corner, he has got some speed, but it's an excellent pursuit by the defense from the Tigers. First down for Leesville. Ball is spotted just inside the 25-yard line. That's 3 consecutive first downs for the Cats, and they have kept the ball on the ground. Buckner back into the game at fullback. Collins at the tail. Collins on the deep handoff. He is hit at the line of scrimmage and stacked up.
That's Jody Castillo,
Yeah,
the
linebacker.
linebacker's the man who got him that time. He got no gain.
That'll be a loss maybe of a half a yard. No, they give him no gain, so they spot the ball right back down, and the referees are going to call a timeout. I'm not sure what that's all about. Okay. Okay.
I can't figure that one out.
I don't know.
They went over and talked to a guy on the sideline.
We failed to find out where the crew is from tonight. We'll check that maybe for you at halftime. But last week, the crew from Thibodeau that came up for the quarterfinals did a whale of a job of letting the two teams play hard. Second down and 10 from the 25. Whitehouse to the right side for the Cats. Collins on the sweep, hit in the backfield, reverses his field and gets hit again by the same guy that hit him the first time. And that was number 10.
19. That was Frank Noel, the free safety. Come up quick.
Well, he bounced off of Collins, and Collins reversed his field, and when Noel bounced off of him, he did not go down and was there to make the tackle when Collins on the cutback. So Collins gets about a half a yard. Now, this is a big play. This is third down and about 9. The ball is spotted at the Breaux Bridge 24-yard line.
Well, he could have had some room had Noel not been he was very pursuit conscious, because he got out and got after Collins, and Collins run back into him there.
So pursuit and tenacity, one of the trademarks of this squad for Fighting Tigers of Breaux Bridge. Greg Burns, sophomore wideout in the ballgame.
Fumbles
the ball, and Breaux Bridge has got it at their own 27-yard line. So Green, coming out from under center, was going to throw the football, and
Nate,
the nose guard, was in there on the stop. So Leesville drives to the Breaux Bridge 24-yard line and turns the ball over on the fumble by Green.
Looks like I'm going to get it on the 27-yard line now, Rick. Yeah, Nade was Johnny on the spot that time.
So the Breaux Bridge Tigers get the first break of the ball game as the Cats pick up 3 consecutive first downs and appear to be driving to some kind of points. Breaux Bridge says, hey, here we are. Backs are split now for Guy Wiltz, the senior quarterback who's thrown for almost 1,000 yards this year.
Oh, look at that pursuit.
Just a straight dive off the right tackle and nothing doing as Carter and Clemens and a bunch of Cats in there on the stop.
That was Darian Davis was on it and on the tackle, along with Carter and Gill.
And number 30, Stephen Menard, is not in the ball game for the Tigers, the outstanding 1,000-yard rusher for Breaux Bridge, who had 7 100-yard rushing games. His effort snapped last week. In his place is Terrence Bowman, a junior fullback. Dominic Davis, the freshman at tailback. Wiltz on first down, gives to the tailback Davis. Davis,
wow!
And Cedric Clemens puts his helmet right into his gut.
He really delivered the mail that time. And also on that tackle, I want to give credit to Darian Davis again. They really planted him that time. He got about a yard at most.
That was like being gut punched.
I'm telling you.
Third down and 8. 6:23 to play in the first quarter. No score in the ball game. Breaux Bridge's first offensive possession. 2 runs, 2 yards, third down and 8. And let's see how Coach Mike Mowad plays it. Coach Johnny Cryer giving signals to Mike Lewis in the defensive backfield. And Breaux Bridge is going to call a timeout and talk about it. So with 6:04 to play in the game, we've got a timeout. We'll take a 30-second break and be right back with more Wampus Cat football.
Is there a difference between driving under the influence and driving while intoxicated? Is a misdemeanor more serious than a felony? What are your rights as an accused in a criminal proceeding?
Hello, my name is Elvin Fontenot. For over 16 years, I've practiced criminal defense law in West Central Louisiana. My experience in criminal defense cases in this area is well documented. It is important that an accused be made aware of his rights in a criminal prosecution. If you need an attorney to represent you in a criminal defense case, please call me.
So the Breaux Bridge Fighting Tigers take advantage of the Leesville fumble at their 27. recover that fumble, move the ball up to about the 30-yard line where they now face 3rd down and 8. And it took a while for Wiltz, the quarterback, to call the timeout. I didn't see whether there was some motion from the sidelines, but he was in the huddle with his offensive unit, turned around and said, we need a timeout. So they're on the same page, it looks like.
Yep. So this is a critical play for them trying to get their stuff underway because they're still like 8 yards for a first down.
From the 30-yard line, Tigers operating a wing right formation. Wiltz is back to pass, looks over the middle.
His
I'll
tip,
tell you what, tipped
22.
by Roan and almost intercepted by Charmaine Jones. The intended receiver was the tight end, Castile.
Oh, but did you see that pressure there?
Oh, yeah.
Malerski was in on him.
There were 3
and
of them.
Clements on him. He had to get rid of that ball quick.
And you can take a look, and when number 7 comes back onto the field at quarterback for Breaux Bridge, you'll notice he is he's on the field now. He's a very slight-built fellow.
He had to get rid of it. Bad timing there.
I'm not sure what Wiltz is still doing in the ball game.
Oh, looks like he's going to be a blocking back on this play.
Yeah. Let's watch this, folks. Castile back to kick.
That's what he is.
Back to receive. And a big high kick, lazily coming down, taken at the 33-yard line, up the middle of the field. And Thurman hit at the 40. So the Wampus Cats are in deja vu time, identical field position to their first drive as they've got the ball 1st and 10 at the Leesville High 40-yard line.
35-yard kick there. He was really punting them, too.
Good kick. Let's hope that we don't have to look at Greg Roan kick tonight. Not that Roan's he's a bad kicker, but I would prefer that he did not punt, thank you.
That's the truth.
LHS ball, their second possession of the night starts the same place their first one did, at the Leesville 40-yard line. 5:33 to go, no score in the ball game. Haynes out to the near side on 1st down. Green. And I tell you what, Albert Marbury, sophomore tackle, did all he could, taking on 2 blockers, but looked like
Josh Jones is
Josh
a man.
Jones, number 1, who is a big cornerback.
Josh did a good job. He grabbed him by the collar.
Jones is not a cornerback. Jones is a defensive end.
Yep. That's why he's big. He's a defensive end. But he grabbed him by the collar and brought him down. He should have lost 4 or 5 yards by rights.
Greg Burns in the ball game. He's flanked out to the near side of the field. I formation again for the Cats, whose running game has slowed. Green, fake toss, fires, interference. Give me a call. Give me a call.
We don't
get the call, but Burns was the intended receiver.
Number 44 sticking tight to him there. Good coverage with Philip Williams.
Good pass by Jason Green. Put the ball right in there.
Looked like he was hit a little early, but what the heck.
That's right. Xavier Burrell into the game now for Burns on 3rd down and 10. So Leesville moved the ball crisply from the 40 to the 25-yard line of Breaux Bridge before the Fighting Tigers figured out a defensive scheme. And Leesville has not had much success in their last 5-6 offensive plays. Backs are split. Green roll, shovel pass Collins. He takes the tackler head on to the 45 to the 46-yard line, and a nice tackle by Jody Castile, the linebacker, stopping Collins's pass catch after about 6 yards. So we will get to see Greg Roan punt early.
Yep.
So Breaux Bridge defense gets a reprieve. Their defensive unit shuts down the Cats. They force a fumble on the first series and stop them 3 and out on the second. So Dominic Davis and Albert Alexander back deep to receive. The kick off the foot of Greg Roan. Line of scrimmage is the Leesville 46-yard line. Roan, the snap, kick is high. And everybody's backing away from it. Takes a great bounce inside the 15-yard line. It'll be down at about the 14. So Roan gets a great punt.
36.
10,
it's a
20,
40-yard
30.
punt.
Yeah.
40 yards.
So with 3:48 to go, Breaux Bridge has the ball 10 yards back from where they had it the first time. Breaux Bridge football at their 14-yard line. Bowman and Davis are the backs. Davis now moves up into the slot left. Bowman is the single setback for the Tigers. Wiltz at quarterback. Roan over the center, now backs out. Handoff off tackle to to Bowman, who gets up across the 15 to about the 16 before he's knocked down.
Whole host of tacklers there. You got Ziggy, and coming up from a strong safety was Robinson in on the tackle too.
So Breaux Bridge looks like they're just feeling their way through their offensive rotation of plays right now. A little bit of this, a little bit of that, nothing fancy, but they are certainly not causing the Cats to budge very much. 2nd down, 7 for the Tigers. Wideouts now come to both sides. Wiltz in the eye, has Davis deep in the eye. Wiltz under center. Barks the signal, hands to the fullback. Fullback right up the middle, going nowhere.
Going nowhere fast. No, sir. Darian Davis, Robbie Carter, Roan, and Clements in on the tackle there. They're stuffing that middle up. Getting up off the bottom there, look who's in there right now is Lou Drawdy.
Lou Drawdy, number 60. The Stork. That big arms, tall, rangy defender, and really causes havoc on the pass rush because he gets up in the face of quarterbacks so well.
It's going to be another 3rd and long for him, Rick.
3rd down, and we'll call it 6 yards. I formation now. 2 wideouts to the short side of the field. Single setback. Passing formation. Wiltz throws to the out receiver, makes the catch at the 25 up near the 30. 1st down. That was Jamie Castile, the senior split end, the punter, the kicker. And Leesville's cornerbacks were laying way off of Castile, and Wiltz hung the ball out there in the face of very little pressure. 1st down, first down for the Tigers, and they move the ball up to the Leesville 28-yard line. And it comes via the pass. They came from behind last week via the pass in the 4th quarter. Unbalanced line. Deep handoff, and he is hit. The tailback, Davis, is hit a ton.
Malerski getting in there, putting his head down along with Roan. I'm telling you, they really are hitting right now, Rick.
Yeah, boy. Yes, the Rudy. Under a minute and a half to play in the 1st quarter. We are scoreless here in this Class 4A semifinal ball game. The winner of this one meets the winner of the Waspman-Salmon game next Saturday night in the Louisiana Superdome Gatorade Classic. Backs are split now. Wideouts to both sides on a loss of a yard. 2nd and 11. Wiltz, handoff, hit at the line of scrimmage before he gets to the 30. And Cedric Clemens says, hello, welcome to my world.
Cedric Clemens really laid a lick on it, and coming up off the bottom, these fellas, Roan's in there too.
So it's 3rd down and 11 for the Tigers. They converted a 3rd and 7 just a couple of plays ago. And, they gave him 2 yards on that carry, so 3rd and 9. And this could be the final play of the quarter. 38 seconds, clock running. Let's see if they come out with that passing formation again. Now they come out with a little different look. Slot left formation. Wide out to the right. Wiltz, quick snap, drops back, under pressure, slings it. Oh, almost picked off.
Pass.
Great defensive effort at the 35-yard line by Greg Roan again.
That's the second one. Roan's broken up in this series, the 1st quarter.
Well, you can kind of see a pattern developing for Breaux Bridge, John. They like to run their receivers at crossing patterns, short crossing patterns, and try to find the open one if the defenders are confused on their assignment. So the clock stops with 20 seconds, and Breaux Bridge, which started this drive at their 13, has moved it up 16 yards to the 29, but they're forced to give the football over. Dropping back to receive is Marcus Thurman. He'll receive the kick from the foot of Jamie Castile. Again, Wiltz, the quarterback, is the safety valve in the backfield. Good.
Ooh.
Oh, my goodness. That's got Drew Rain way up in the air. Thurman,
can you believe that
keep your
kick?
eye on the ball, Marcus. And Thurman, great coverage. I'm going to tell you what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Breaux Bridge Tigers down there.
51-yard punt, Rick.
Wow.
Man, I mean sky high.
I mean, I lost, it was so high that when I looked up, the lights in the press box overshadowed how high the ball was. I almost lost the ball, and Marcus Thurman lost the ball too for just a split second. Nice recovery to make that. Those are tough catches to make. That's the end of the 1st quarter. We have no score. When we come back, Leesville 1st and 10 from their own 26 back in 60 seconds with more Wampus Cat football.
Just as Americans have protected their flag through the years, Morris Insurance Agency has worked hard to protect their clients. For 54 years, we've provided Vernon Parish residents good values on all their insurance needs. As an independent insurance agency, we have a wealth of companies to select from that offer you the best buy for your dollar. On personal automobile alone, Morris Insurance Agency is growing.
Please give us a call today for an insurance review. You may be spending more than you need to. Thank you.
Join the winning teams at Brown Furniture and Brown Furniture Outlet.
We run over the competition. We'll tackle every room in your house.
No one passes on our selection or financing. Our team is complete. Quality, selection, financing.
Visit the winning teams today at Brown Furniture on the West Texas Highway or Brown Furniture Outlet, Highway 171, Leesville.
We open up the second quarter with Leesville's third possession of the half, starting at their own 26, first down and 10. Collins is the single setback, gets the toss, comes to the near side. Looking to get the corner. He's got yardage, positive yardage, and very close to a first down, depending on the spot. And he got the corner, but again, Breaux Bridge's defense, Johnny on the spot to cut him off and turn it upfield.
They're really pursuing. This has been a real tremendous defensive struggle right now. Hey, I got to say hello to my good friend, Diz Price, who couldn't be here tonight. I want to tell him hello, and he's missing a fantastic struggle. Right? Well, he's watching.
He's watching?
So
I hope you're not talking to the thin air out there.
I'm talking to Diz Price. That's who I'm talking to.
All right, first down, Leesville to the 36-yard line. Collins 10 yards on that carry, and maybe the Leesville offense has regained their second wind. Breaux Bridge shut them down their last two offensive possessions. Buckner back in at fullback. He's got the carry. And Buckner's got good yardage up. Oh, and
face mask.
A penalty flag.
Face mask.
And that will be a big penalty. Even if it's 5 yards, it'll be close to the 50-yard line.
So he picked up about 7 yards on that carry, Buckner did.
You have got to play honest. I got to work a little with Ryan Buckner last night at the Holiday Bell pageant at Leesville High School, which I emceed. And he's a big kid. Yep. And he's got real good upper body strength, like a good fullback should. And I see something that I'm not happy with.
They're giving him 15 yards on it.
Big number 75 for Leesville, Gene Mann, hobbling on one of his stems a little bit. Let's see if he's all right. The face mask penalty and the run by Buckner moves the ball to the Breaux Bridge 47-yard line. So Leesville's deepest penetration was to the Breaux Bridge 25 before they turned it over on the fumble. That was on their first offensive possession of the ball game. This is their fourth offensive possession. Collins on the run to the right side gets very short yardage to about the 45, gain of about 2.
They're going to mark it about 2-yard gain.
Nice tackle by Josh Jones and Aaron Schote. So the action right in front of us with 10:23 to play here in the first half in a scoreless matchup. And I kind of got the feeling it's going to be one of those games tonight. Both of these defenses are hard-nosed and do not like offenses to gain yards against them. They have a bit of an attitude that way.
That's what brought them both to the dance.
Second down and 8. Collins on the toss, runs right. Tries to reverse his field, does, but cannot escape the tackle.
Look at him get away. Can you believe that run?
Collins running about 30 yards for a gain of 3 as he got out of the tackle of Sean Hutchinson, the senior defensive end. When Collins cut it back, Hutchinson just happened to be standing there.
He cut it, number 77, Babineau made the tackle, but he ran about 30 yards for that 3-yard carry.
And Collins is a little shaky, and Breaux Bridge sees that, and they are just like sharks in the water, baby. They can't wait for number 32 to tote the leather again so they can get another lick on him.
Well, we've seen him like that before and come back and run 60 yards the next play.
Absolutely. Now Collins says something to Buckner, his fullback. Third down, and about 5. Green rolling right, looking deep. Picked
intercepted
off at the 29-yard line. That was number 44, Philip Williams.
Well, he had a man open. He just overthrew him. Number 81, that's Thurman, isn't it? Thurman, he just overthrew Thurman. He was wide open.
That was Albert Alexander. with the interception at the Breaux Bridge 30-yard line. So defensive plays, breaks have gone the way of the Breaux Bridge Tigers. A fumble and an interception here in this first half. That interception coming with 9:07 to go in the half on a scoreless first half. And the Tigers are in business at their 30-yard line. Let's see if they open it up a little bit, try to capitalize on that momentum set up by the defense. Wiltz at quarterback, out of the eye. Little inside handoff to the fullback Bowman. And Bowman is up across the 30 to about the 32, gain of 2 yards on the play.
Not going much anywhere that time. Number 87,
Marcus
Gill and Roan in on the tackle. Got about 2 yards on the play.
Wiltz going all the way over to the sidelines to get the play. Look at the size of their slot back.
They got some big boys.
Nick Frederick, number 12. Little bitty tiny guy, about the same size as Wiltz. Obviously dangerous in the open field, if I had to guess. 2nd down and 8 from the 32-yard line. Deep handoff to the Davis, the freshman tailback, and he juked one tackler, but could not get away from the second.
Shermaine Jones made a great open field tackle that time.
Great upper body fake by the freshman tailback. Gets him about 3 yards. It will be 3rd down and 5.
We gave him 2 on that play.
Vernon Lee comes back into the ballgame. He was out of that play as Tony Martin was in.
You know, the thing you don't like about this, Rick, is you're letting their defense get some confidence in themselves against the Leesville Wampus Cats offense.
Well, let's see if we can't nip that offensive confidence, that brimming confidence in the bud here on 3rd and 5. Backs are split. Inside handoff right up the gut and very close to a first down, if not by a yard.
Yeah, that was the fullback straight up the middle.
And that was Davis, the freshman again. So 1st down for Breaux Bridge to their 41-yard line. 2nd first down for the Tigers.
That's it. 2nd first down.
7:16 to go, first half. No score. Breaux Bridge with the ball. 1st and 10 at their own 41-yard line. Frederick comes out wide to the near side of the field. Backs are split again. Line sets down. Handoff.
Oh, he tried to veer it outside. He juked to the outside, but he got met out there by number 87 again, Marcus Gill, who's playing a fantastic game so far, Rick.
So Davis, the freshman tailback, picks up 2 yards, and it'll be 2nd down and 8 for the Tigers. Leesville's defense has been so solid against the run all year long, and appearing right now to be on pretty steady legs. Frederick comes to the near side. Everybody else is in tight. Wiltz on 2nd and long. Looks over the Leesville defense. Backers are arrayed against him. Sprint to the near side. Throws it short. And a nice catch by Frederick, who's knocked out of bounds by Vernon Lee. But he picks up a first down to the Leesville 45-yard line.
It's about a 13-yard completion.
So Wiltz throwing, sprinting out to the near side, throwing across his body. A nice pitch and catch to Frederick. 12-yard completion. And keeping the Leesville offense off the field of a prime concern for Coach Mike Mowat and his coaching staff. 1st and 10 to the Leesville 43-yard line for the Tigers, who now come out of the I formation. Davis is the tailback, and he's got the ball. Runs up the middle, finds running room to near the 40-yard line. It'll be a gain of about 4.
That's a good run by him that time. Gill getting off the bottom along with Malerski and Darian Davis. And Roan also in on the tackle. And about 3 yards on the carry.
I see my buddy Willie West, number 74, in the ball game.
Yep.
5:59, no score. Deepest penetration right here, right now for the Breaux Bridge Tigers, facing 2nd down and 7 from the Leesville 41-yard line. Frederick wide out to the left. Wiltz gets under center quickly, sets the line down, rolls to the left, throws, open, tight end in the middle of the 30, the 25-yard line, to the corner. It's a foot race, and the Cats get him out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That was Jody. 43 was the receiver. That's Eric Nilsson, a senior tight end.
27-yard completion, looks like. Well, they're waking up.
A 27-yard pass to the Leesville. Let's spot it to the Leesville 12-yard line. 1st and 10 for Breaux Bridge. 5 minutes to go in the half. The Tigers mounting a drive. And let's see if the Cats respond. Backs are split. Play is blown dead. Let's see, that's very little interference from the referees to this point in the ball game.
Yeah, they're letting them play.
Time.
I think somebody encroached, don't know.
Motion. Illegal motion. A 5-yard garden variety penalty with 5:23 to go in the half stops the clock and backs the Tigers up a little bit. Ooh la la, ba-boom. So 1st and 15 for Breaux Bridge. Ball is now back to the 16-yard line, 17-yard line, excuse me. And Wiltz was the most disgusted guy out there. He came away from the center just muttering under his breath. All right, backs are split, wide outs to both sides. Penalty, no, I thought a penalty flag was a cheerleader. Bowman on the carry. I'm looking for yellow flags. They throw one, I'm like a piranha. I want more, I want more.
He didn't get much on that play.
About a yard. They'll spot the ball at the 16-yard line, or just shy of the 15. Call it what you will. It'll bring up 2nd down and about 13. The Tigers can get a 1st down. It would be inside the 5 at about the 2-yard line, so that is their goal right now.
The way they're completing that pass over the middle right now, that doesn't look like it's going to be much of a chore.
Now the tight end is the leading wide receiver, and Castile lines, Nielsen lines up to the left. I formation. Davis the deep back. Wiltz drops back, fires it. Complete. Touchdown. And that was Frederick, Nick Frederick, on the reception of 15 yards. And the cornerback just did not get up. He played the ball instead of the tackle, and he got burned.
So they strike first.
15-yard touchdown pass from Wiltz to Frederick. And Castile, that comes with 4:34 to go in the half. And Breaux Bridge has taken an early 6-0 lead, and now they line up in a little swinging gait of their own. Out of the hole to Wiltz. Castile will now boot it through or make the attempt.
Castile has a good leg on it. We watched him before the game.
We've seen his punting tonight as well. High snap. Wiltz does a good job getting it down, and Castile breaks glass in the field house. So they score first, and they take the 7-0 lead. With 4:34 to play in the first half, we're right back with the Breaux Bridge kickoff in just 30 seconds after these words from our sponsors.
Somebody's getting flowers. Somebody's getting flowers. Somebody's getting flowers.
There's no name.
Read the card.
After all the flowers you've brought us, it's time you got some of your own. From all the gang to our favorite head... Thank you very much.
Well, the Breaux Bridge Tigers score first after picking off a pass at their own 30-yard line. They drive 70 yards for the score, a nice mix of the run and the pass, a key 1st down on 3rd and long, and they score first with a 15-yard touchdown completion from Guy Wiltz to Nick Frederick. Leesville has made 2 mistakes in the first half. The fumble did not cost them because they were deep in Breaux Bridge territory. The interception, and around the very same place as the fumble occurred, did cost them because Breaux Bridge used that momentum and drove it right down the teeth of the Leesville defense for the opening score of the night. 7-0 with 4:34 to play here in the first half of tonight's football matchup. Collins, Roan, and Thurman back deep to receive. Castile's kick taken by Thurman at the 17-yard line and ripped down hard at the 29, at the 30. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Cats at that point.
Drive mounted here, because if they let them hold them this time, they're going to be heck the rest of the game because that defense has really put up a solid wall against the Leesville offensive line.
And the Leesville offense in business at their 30-yard line. They have been blessed with good field position the entire first half and had a couple of drives started but ended by the turnover. Something that has not plagued the Cats much this year. Green at quarterback. Sets them down. Buckner at the fullback. Collins carry right up the middle. Breaks tackles, stays on his feet, and refuses to go down until he's very close to a first down.
Can you believe that run?
I'll tell you what, how do you turn a 3-yard dive play up the middle into a 10-yard gain like that? Second effort, third effort, fourth effort.
It's going to be close for a first down, but I'm telling you, he twists and turns in there. He made that on his own after the first couple of yards.
And they are going to measure to see if, indeed, Collins did scrape enough for the first down. Clock stops with 3:51 to go. So,
a little short.
Just short. So, first down, second down, and inches. So, if you got a little something up your sleeve, if you noticed something on the films, maybe a tendency in a certain situation, this is what they call your basic throwaway down.
Excuse me.
Cats, I would think, will play it pretty close to the vest. I formation, everybody in tight. Collins on the carry, up across the 40-yard line. First down, Leesville, and the clock runs with 3.5 minutes to go here in the first half.
They're going to give him about 3 yards on that carry.
Greg Roan comes into the ball game along with Greg Burns and Xavier Burrell and Ryan Buckner. No, Burns doesn't. Burns barks something at Burrell, and he goes back in. So Buckner out and Roan in at fullback for the Cats. First and 10 from the Leesville 44-yard line. Burrell comes to the near side. Toss coming this way. Collins, can he get to the corner? He does. Makes a move. And another.
Look at
40-yard line.
Can you believe this move?
Collins is going to turn on the afterburners and go all the way for the score. And this ball game is right back to square one, folks.
56 yards on the carry.
Hey, baby, that's how it's done. Cecil Collins, 56 yards. And I tell you what, Greg Roan threw a great block. He took out the linebacker Castile, and then Collins turned it up on his own. And when he cut back at the Breaux Bridge 40-yard line, that was it. There were 2 defenders back there. Everybody else from Breaux Bridge was on the ground. Great job by the Leesville offensive line.
About right, he should have been down on the 40-yard line, but he just kept going. The man is really a man.
So to tie the football game up, Josh Dill, after Collins' 56-yard scamper. Good snap. Kick is up. Kick is good. And we're all tied up 7-7. It didn't take very long. And we're back with the final 3 minutes of the first half after this 30-second timeout.
Hallmark is alive with the magic of the holidays. Shop Don's for the latest Hallmark Christmas ornaments and gift ideas. At the Hallmark Gold Crown Store, Don's can offer you the best selection in our area. Stop in and see the adorable Oldest Angel collection, the lovely Seraphim Classic collectibles, and the enchanting story of Santa Claus. Ornate ornaments, hundreds of collectibles, wrapping paper, and world-famous Hallmark greeting cards for all the things that mean Christmas. Visit Don's Hallmark in Leesville Square.
Well, the Wampus Cats score like they have scored so many times this year. Cecil Collins, another rushing touchdown.
I wish we had instant replay so everybody could see that block that Roan threw to spring him.
Yeah, boy. Yes, Rudy. And now Dill will be kicking it off. Number 20, Bowman. Number 44, Williams, and number 31, Davis, are in for C formation. They may never touch this ball the way Josh Dill kicks it. It may just squib its way down into the end zone. It ain't pretty, but it gets the job done. There it is, a knuckleball line drive. That's touched. It's a live ball at the 19-yard line, picked up by Williams, and he is rocked at the 27-yard line. And let's see who did the rocking.
Roan, naturally.
Yep, and there's Mike Lewis off the bottom of the pile as well. So hats off to the special teams play of the Cats as they get in and stick the ball carrier, who had a little crease up the middle. So Breaux Bridge takes over after bearing the full brunt of the Leesville offensive wrath, and now it's time for Leesville's defense to play the game of takeaway.
They've got to step up now. That broke that overconfidence by the Breaux Bridge defense, though. I can tell you that right now.
Fighting Tigers, backs are split at their own 29-yard line. Down inside handoff, up the middle, nothing doing. Malerski fighting off the block along with Robbie Carter in on the stop.
Yeah, Carter, and getting up off the bottom also is Lou Drawdy. Again, and Roan.
And Willie West. I mean, it is a real team effort. If you know defense, you look at defensive numbers, and there's always somebody that leads the team in solo tackles by usually a wide margin, and that's your defensive headhunter. But the Leesville defensive unit has so many assists that everybody's got half tackles here and half tackles there.
Well, they just swarm to the ball.
Gain of 3, making it 2nd down and 7. Now the Tigers in an I formation. Castile out wide to the right. Wiltz handoff to the deep back, who gets across the line of scrimmage and breaks a tackle down at the 36-yard line. And that was Bowman, the fullback. And the Wampus Cats have a player down on his back. So there's a timeout on the field with 1:37 to go. We're all tied up 7-7, and we're right back in 30 seconds with more Wampus Cat football.
The Alford advantage puts the pickup at the top of the list. Steve Alford Chevrolet GO introduces the 1996 extended cab pickup for only $18,995. V8 engine, automatic transmission, air conditioning, tilt wheel, cruise control, and more. Put it at the top of the list and take a test drive in the 96 extended cab pickup. Only $18,995 now till the end of the month. Steve Alford Chevrolet GO. Take the Alford advantage. Highway 171 Leesville, next to the Days Inn.
Miller's replacing him.
The shaken-up player who came off the field under his own power and trotted off was starting linebacker Greg Roan, in at linebacker now number 57, Charlie Miller. So 3rd down now, and about 5, short 4. Line of scrimmage is the Breaux Bridge 35-yard line. Backs are split. Line is down. Wiltz, handoff. And a great open field tackle by number 46, Clarence Jones.
Clarence has been silent till right now, but boy, he put one when he needed it, didn't he?
And that'll bring up a 4th and 2 situation for Breaux Bridge, and they will send in Jamie Castile to punt the ball away. So the Cats will get the ball back with under a minute to go in the half. Marcus Thurman will drop back into deep punt formation. And the Cats will not have a lot of time, but if maybe Thurman can give us a little field position. We all know what lightning in a bottle can strike in very short periods of time. So Castile, who has boomed some punts here tonight, needs a good one here. Line of scrimmage, the Tiger 37. Good snap. And he gets it away, a high kick, but a short kick, and the Cats will just be advised to get, oh my gosh, the ball hit a guy, hit Lou Drawdy in the back. And now that is a tough break. It hit Drawdy in the back. He was running down the field in coverage, and Breaux Bridge gets a break, recovering that punt at the Leesville 45-yard line.
That's the 3rd turnover they've given up, I tell you.
Yep, that's a tough one, too. You did exactly what you're supposed to do. You had the momentum back, and then you give the Tigers another deep gulp of oxygen with 25 seconds to go in the half.
Well, that was just a freaky accident, that's all.
So there's a timeout on the field. It's all tied up 7-7, 25 seconds to play when we return in just 30 seconds after these words from our sponsors.
Is there a difference between driving under the influence and driving while intoxicated? Is a misdemeanor more serious than a felony? What are your rights as an accused in a criminal proceeding?
Hello, my name is Elvin Fontenot. For over 16 years, I've practiced criminal defense law in West Central Louisiana. My experience in criminal defense cases in this area is well documented. It is important that an accused be made aware of his rights in a criminal prosecution. If you need an attorney to represent you in a criminal defense case, please call me.
Well, Leesville doesn't get a great break after forcing Breaux Bridge to punt 1, 2, 3 and out after the Cats had tied the game up and had a little momentum. They were all set to get the ball back in good field position with about 30 seconds to play, but that punt by Castile bounces off the back of a Leesville player on the special teams unit, and Breaux Bridge recovers the ball at the Leesville 45-yard line. Wing formation, Bowman in the wing to the right. Lone setback is Frederick. Pass thrown short, hook and ladder play to the tight end.
Boy, did they smell that out.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you, that's
Vernon Lee.
That's number 30, Vernon Lee. He said, hey, I've seen that play on film before.
Yeah, he had about a 5-yard gain, but he threw it back.
That was well executed, John Coburn. Well executed by the Tigers. Give them credit for that, and they're going to call a timeout. So what kind of preliminary stats can we look at here at halftime for the Wampus Cats?
Well, I'm getting them together right now. Wampus Cats haven't done too much, though.
Yeah, it has been a defensive struggle very close to the vest for both of these two football teams. Again, the winner advancing to the state Quad A finals next Saturday night, 5 o'clock, in the awesome Louisiana Superdome. Be the first time for either one of these two teams at that hallowed institution. Doesn't New Orleans have a professional football team?
Some call it that.
And they're on the East Coast this weekend, so they will not be there to watch the high school championships. The championships actually begin on Friday night. We have we have a session with 2 ball games on Friday night, one at 5, one at approximately 9, and then 3 more sessions with an afternoon session and 2 ball games on Saturday. So a lot of the excitement down there, and you buy the ticket, and your ticket is good for both days. So if you're headed that way, bear that in mind. Second down now. Clock stop with 16 seconds left to go. Second down and 10. Backs are split, and Wiltz looking down the line to his wide out Frederick, who is flanked out to the right. Looks him off, pump fake, going deep down the sidelines, wide open, and oh my goodness.
Woo.
And the coaches from Breaux Bridge are furious. That was number 44, Philip Williams, excuse me.
He just dropped it.
He just flat dropped it. He had beat the defender. Clock stopped with 10 seconds to play, and it brings up third down now. So Breaux Bridge not afraid to probe that Leesville secondary, John. They have tried the hook and ladder, and they have gone deep to their tight end. So let's see what kind of bag of tricks they've got now left with 10 seconds to go. I think that was the Leesville coaches above us who were so mad that the tight end was so wide open. Backs are split wide out to the right. Looking this way, looking deep over the middle for Castile, and nothing doing as the pass is incomplete with 4 seconds to go in the first half.
And he's looking for a flag, but he's not going to get it.
Not going to get it. Good coverage as Lee went up the ladder with him. 4 seconds to go. Clock stops on the incomplete pass. It is 4th down. So do they just fall on it? What do they do here? Do they punt? If they punt, Leesville better just get the heck out of the way. That's twice that's happened to the Cats this year on special teams when they do a great job defensively, and then on special teams they.
Well, he tried to get out of the way that time, but he caught him in the back.
Caught him in the back. Wiltz back to pass on 4th down. Looking deep, chunking it deep for Castile. Incomplete again. A nice job by Vernon Lee, who was stride for stride with Jamie Castile. And that is the end of the first half of football with the score, Leesville 7, Breaux Bridge 7. We'll take a 60-second timeout and be right back seconds after these words from our sponsors with more Wampus Cat football.
Just as Americans have protected their flag through the years, Morris Insurance Agency has worked hard to protect their clients. For 54 years, we've provided Vernon Parish residents good values on all their insurance needs. As an independent insurance agency, we have a wealth of companies to select from that offer you the best buy for your dollar. On personal automobile alone, we'll quote you in 16 different companies. Morris Insurance Agency is growing.
Please give us a call today for an insurance review. You may be spending more than you need to. Thank you.
Join the winning teams at Brown Furniture and Brown Furniture Outlet.
We run over the competition. We'll tackle every room in your house.
No one passes on our selection or financing. Our team is complete. Quality, selection, financing.
Visit the winning teams today at Brown Furniture on the West Texas Highway or Brown Furniture Outlet, Highway 171, Leesville.
We're back live at Leesville High School's Wampus Cat Stadium. A well-played football game, 7-7 here at the halftime. The Wampus Cats opened up on offense first. They get a 35-yard kickoff return to open the game from Cecil Collins. They drive the ball to the Breaux Bridge inside the 30, but Jason Green fumbles the snap coming away from center. Breaux Bridge recovers at their 27-yard line. The Wampus Cat defense was up to the task. Breaux Bridge was forced to punt. Wampus Cats punted back to Breaux Bridge. Breaux Bridge punted back to the Wampus Cats. And as the second quarter began, the Wampus Cats had the football, no score, first down at the Breaux Bridge 47-yard line. Jason Green was picked off. His pass intercepted by Albert Alexander with 9 minutes to go in the half, and that turned the ball over back to Breaux Bridge at their 30-yard line. From that point, Breaux Bridge mounted the first scoring drive of the night. A 12-yard pass from Wiltz to Frederick set up a 1st and 10 at the Leesville 43-yard line. And then Wiltz hit tight end Craig Nilsson with a 27-yard pass down to the Leesville 12. Then on second down, Nick Frederick again from Guy Wiltz, a 15-yard touchdown pass with 4.5 minutes to go in the half. Castile's extra point made it 7-0. Leesville gets the ball back at their own 30-yard line to start a drive. 4 plays later, Cecil Collins goes 56 yards on a beautiful zigzag run. He scores the touchdown, the first of the evening for the Cats, with 2:57 to play in the first half, and Josh Dill's extra point made it 7-7. The half ends with Breaux Bridge trying to get into the end zone unsuccessfully on 4th down, and the clock stops. The clock is at halftime with the score 7-7. In the first half, Leesville has 6 first downs. Breaux Bridge has 4. The Cats have 15 rushes for 127 yards. Breaux Bridge 15 rushes for 34 yards. Cecil Collins 12 carries for 112 yards in that first half. The Wampus Cats have 133 yards in total offense. Breaux Bridge has 101. The Wampus Cats have completed 1 out of 3 passes with 1 interception. Breaux Bridge has completed 5 out of 10. No penalties against the Cats in the ball game. Breaux Bridge was penalized once for 15 yards. The Wampus Cats have punted once. Breaux Bridge has punted 3 times. Leesville has fumbled twice, and Breaux Bridge has recovered both of those fumbles. We are even Steven here at the half, 7-7, as the Wampus Cats and the Fighting Tigers have hooked it up. Now let's let you listen to some of our halftime entertainment. Here is the Breaux Bridge High School Marching Band.
Leesville Tiger Band. The band is under the direction of Mr. James Whitlow and drum major Gina Lewis. How about a big round of applause for the Breaux Bridge High School Marching Band?
You've just enjoyed the sounds of the Breaux Bridge High School Marching Band, and when we return in 60 seconds with our halftime show, you'll hear the sounds of the Leesville High School Wampus Cat Marching Band. Back in 60 seconds after these words from our sponsors.
Hallmark is alive with the magic of the holidays. Shop Don's for the latest Hallmark Christmas ornaments and gift ideas. At the Hallmark Gold Crown Store, Don's can offer you the best selection in our area. Stop in and see the adorable Oldest Angel collection, the lovely Seraphim Classic collectibles, and the enchanting story of Santa Claus. Ornate ornaments, hundreds of collectibles, wrapping paper, and world-famous Hallmark greeting cards. For all the things that mean Christmas, visit Don's Hallmark in Leesville Square.
The Alford advantage puts the pickup at the top of the list. Steve Alford Chevrolet GO introduces the 1996 extended cab pickup for only $18,995. V8 engine, automatic transmission, air conditioning, tilt wheel, cruise control, and more. Put it at the top of the list to take a test drive in the 96 extended cab pickup. Only $18,995 now till the end of the month. Steve Alford Chevrolet GO. Take the Alford advantage. Highway 171 Leesville, next to the Days Inn.
Here is the Leesville High School Wampus Cat Marching Band, the sound of tomorrow. The sounds of tomorrow, the Leesville High School Wampus Cat Marching Band. We're all tied at 7-7. It's halftime here at Leesville's Wampus Cat Stadium. And we're back in 60 seconds with more halftime festivities. Back in 60 seconds after these words from our sponsors.
Is there a difference between driving under the influence and driving while intoxicated? Is a misdemeanor more serious than a felony? What are your rights as an accused in a criminal proceeding?
Hello, my name is Elvin Fontenot. For over 16 years, I've practiced criminal defense law in West Central Louisiana. My experience in criminal defense cases in this area is well documented. It is important that an accused be made aware of his rights in a criminal prosecution. If you need an attorney to represent you in a criminal defense case, please call me.
Just as Americans have protected their flag through the years, Morris Insurance Agency has worked hard to protect their clients. For 54 years, we've provided Vernon Parish residents good values on all their insurance needs. As an independent insurance agency, we have a wealth of companies to select from that offer you the best buy for your dollar. On personal automobile alone, we'll quote you in 16 different companies. Morris.
Please give us a call today for an insurance review. You may be spending more than you need to. Thank you.
And to the familiar strains of I'm So Glad I'm a Wampus Cat, the band and the dance line and the flag girls all performing for the final time here at home. And yeah, we failed to mention that this is the last home game for all these seniors here tonight. The band seniors, the dance line seniors, the football playing seniors, the managers. This is a heck of a way to wrap up your high school career, playing for a shot to play one more week in the Superdome of Louisiana in the Class 4A state championships. Well, John Coburn, let's talk a little about the first half. I mean, there's no mistaking that the turnovers went the way of the Breaux Bridge Tigers. They got the breaks.
Well, they made their breaks.
They made their breaks, yeah. They score first. And Leesville, offensively, not bad, but we've seen a whole lot better. But they turned it on when they had to. They responded to the Breaux Bridge challenge. The Tigers score first. And the Wampus Cats, of course, used the excellent running of Cecil Collins to come back and tie the ball game up. Breaux Bridge will get the ball to open the second half of football. And when you look at the Breaux Bridge numbers, not a lot of offense, but more offense in the first half than Leesville is allowing in its 3 playoff games. So Breaux Bridge, and if it weren't for a couple of dropped passes, Breaux Bridge might be ahead in this ball game.
That's true. When not only the Leesville Wampus Cats are a little less than they've been averaging by the halftime also, because, you know, they only have 133 yards, and they're used to having a lot more than that by halftime.
Pretty much a general consensus in the press box here as we went up and down and talked to all the scribes from the various media that the Wampus Cats are not getting a lot of pressure on the quarterback for Breaux Bridge, senior Guy Wiltz. That's got to do in part with the fact that Breaux Bridge does have a very good running game, and the Cats are certainly not allowed to pin their ears back and chase number 7 around.
That's right.
He is sprinting out of the pocket. Every pass that he's completed has been a sprint pass. He has thrown nothing on a straight drop back, and I think if he does, then that Leesville pressure will have an opportunity to get to him. But when you roll out and move that pocket with you, the defenders don't have those familiar lanes to go up into, and they're forced to ad-lib a little more on getting to the quarterback. So that's been a key for Breaux Bridge, keeping the pressure off their quarterback here tonight.
Yeah, they've only had 1 or 2 men to even try to get to him. Right at first, you had some good rushes, but after that, they settled down and they began to block out real well.
And Breaux Bridge, defensively, they've done a nice job on Leesville. Yeah, Cecil Collins has 112 yards rushing and a touchdown. And, yeah, Jason Green is 1 out of 3, but the Cat offense has turned the ball over 3 times, 2 fumbles and the interception. Up front, Hutchinson, Babineau, Nade, Senegal, and Jones doing a great job and getting adequate run support from the linebackers, Castile and Choate. But I think the keys to the football game have been the Breaux Bridge secondary. Williams and Alexander, the senior cornerbacks, have shut down any Leesville pass reception opportunities. And Davis and Noel are right in the face of the offensive linemen supporting the run for the Tigers. So They have played good defense. Leesville has played good defense. It's an even-Steven game. I don't know what more we can ask for, really.
Well, it's as good a game as you could ask for, and let's just hope it turns out for the best.
And the best would be for us to be this time next week thinking about what we're doing on Bourbon Street.
That's true. You know, this kind of a sad occasion tonight. I hope we don't make it any sadder because this is our last live televised game because we can't televise it live from the Superdome if we get there.
That's right. The best that we can do for you is offer you a tape delay. Now, this game will be seen in its entirety beginning at 5:30 on Monday evening on Cable Channel 3. So if the Cats come up a winner and you want to replay the steps to lead them to victory in the second half, you'll have that opportunity Monday night. If the Cats lose this game, I wouldn't blame you for not watching the replay. The two teams will be coming back out to start the second half, and we'll take a 60-second timeout and be right back after these words from our sponsors with more Wampus Cat football.
Join the winning teams at Brown Furniture and Brown Furniture Outlet.
We run over the competition. We'll tackle every room in your house.
No one passes on our selection or financing. Our team is complete. Quality, selection, financing.
Visit the winning teams today at Brown Furniture on the West Texas Highway or Brown Furniture Outlet, Highway 171, Leesville.
Speak louder than words. Well, this is my way of shouting.
Well, both teams are in their respective positions warming up, and the Breaux Bridge fans on their feet for their Fighting Tigers here tonight as they take their warm-up positions in the south end of the end zone. Leesville on the north end. A very balmy night, John Coburn. Very little wind, kind of a mild evening after the last couple of weekends we've seen football-wise.
For a December night, it is unusually warm.
The first playoff game in the month of December in Leesville history, from what we're told.
That's right.
And a pretty good crowd on hand tonight. If you're watching this game at home, we want to thank right now, publicly, the Leesville High School staff and administration for their decision this afternoon to allow us to televise this game. And a lot of people aren't going to be here to watch the ball game live in person, but they are here watching it on TV, and we appreciate their effort. And gee, I feel like a beauty queen in a parade here, giving us a little beauty queen wave to our fans in the stands here tonight.
Yes, sir.
Having some fun. Keys to the ball game in the second half. Leesville has got to minimize the turnovers. 3 turnovers in the first half, and they all were recovered by Breaux Bridge. 2 fumbles and an interception. The Wampus Cats have got to minimize turnovers, and, you know, their offense has shown real good spark. I mean, Collins rips off 10 and 12 yards. Buckner rips off 8 or 9. They get good yardage. They get a long touchdown run. But consistency, I don't think, has been there much for the Cats.
No, it hasn't. It's not like it's been to be. They're not hitting on all cylinders yet. I think they will in the second half because that's their modus operandi is to turn it on for the second half.
Well, the Cats set lots of goals this year, and they have reached every single goal but 2. The first goal is getting to the Superdome.
Bless you.
And the second goal is winning the state title. They are just a game and a half away from fulfilling all of their goals in the 95-96 year. And it's going to take a good effort against a really game bunch of Tigers from Breaux Bridge, Louisiana. We're back in 60 seconds with the second half kickoff. Stay tuned after these words from our sponsors.
Don's Hallmark is alive with the magic of the holidays. Shop Don's for the latest Hallmark Christmas ornaments and gift ideas. At the Hallmark Gold Crown Store, Don's can offer you the best selection in our area. Stop in and see the adorable Oldest Angel collection, the lovely Seraphim Classic collectibles, and the enchanting story of Santa Claus. Ornate ornaments, hundreds of collectibles, wrapping paper, and world-famous Hallmark greeting cards. For all the things that mean Christmas, visit Don's Hallmark in Leesville Square.
The Alford advantage puts the pickup at the top of the list. Steve Alford Chevrolet GO introduces the 1996 extended cab pickup for only $18,995. V8 engine, automatic transmission, air conditioning, tilt wheel, cruise control, and more. Put it at the top of the list and take a test drive in the 96 extended cab pickup. Only $18,995 now till the end of the month. Steve Alford Chevrolet GO. Take the Alford advantage. Highway 171 Leesville, next to the Days Inn.
Well, in 3 playoff games this year, the Leesville High School Wampus Cats have vanquished a set of Tigers from Opelousas. They have taken the bite out of the Bulldogs from Carroll, and they have de-fire breath the DeRidder Dragons. And now they're trying to declaw a bunch of fighting Tigers from Breaux to advance to the state championship Quad A high school football game next Saturday night. We're all tied up at 7-7. And the Wampus Cats will be on defense as we start the second half. And Breaux very much in control of their emotions. As somebody pointed out that while Leesville was ready to kick off in the first half, Breaux was down there running their drills as Leesville was coming onto the field through the banner and the uprights. And now the Wampus Cats defense special teams unit has been on the field for about 30 seconds waiting to kick off. And Breaux is now taking up their positions to receive the kick. So
I think, it's a little bit of gamesmanship here. They're trying to get the upper hand in a psyche war.
Little deliberate, and the Wampus Cats needing to make it happen early here in the second half to see what kind of response power these guys from Breaux have.
Well, now this will set the tempo for the second half. What they do right now in this series is going to set the tempo. Let's face it.
Bowman, Williams, and Davis back deep to receive the kick off Josh Dill. And here we go. Dill's kick taken inside the 10 by Bowman. Back to the 15, and he is hit.
Wow.
And breaks free. Stopped shy of the 20-yard line. A good effort by the Wampus Cat defenders. The first lick applied by number 89, Jermaine Lee. And Lee bounced him right into one of his teammates, and he didn't go down.
That was a good lick by Lee, I can tell you that.
So, from the 19-yard line, Breaux on their opening possession of the second half. 1st and 10 for the Fighting Tigers. We have not seen leading rusher for this team, Stephen Menard, all game long. The senior hobbled by an ankle injury. Bowman spells him at fullback. Davis, the freshman tailback, out of the eye. Wiltz sets him down into Davis. Davis hit in the backfield and gets back to the line of scrimmage, and that is all.
He gets about a yard. Ziggy Malerski is the man who made the big lick on him that time. Also getting up is Richardson coming up from his free safety.
So they give him no gain, make it 2nd down and 10. Opening series of the second half here tonight. 7-7 is the score if you're just joining us, and you have missed an excellent defensive struggle and a well-played football game. Frederick out wide to the right. Backs are split for Wiltz. Everybody else is in tight. Straight handoff dive to the right goes nowhere.
Boy, he was met right at the line of scrimmage by Marcus Gill and Roan getting up off of the bottom two.
No gain. 3rd down and 10. So, some Breaux, nothing fancy. A dive play to the right and a dive play to the left and then to the right, and nothing doing.
2 carries for no yards for Bowman.
3rd and 10, and now back they shift to the I formation. So they're giving Leesville's defense lots of different looks. On 3rd down, Wiltz on the option, tosses it back. Davis has the corner, and he is going to be dragged down. Oh, very close to a first down, but I think he's going to be shy. Depends on the spot. And, boy, that was a dangerous play as Wiltz had defenders breathing down his shirt tails. He actually threw the ball. There was a defender in between he and the running back.
It's going to be about a yard shy.
So, 4th down and a yard for the Tigers.
It's hard to say where they'll go for this. They're in their own territory. If they miss, they're in deep trouble.
And considering that they gained nothing on 2 rushing attempts on this series, it might not be the wise move. But you know what? I think they're going for it, John.
I think so. It looks like they're going to roll the dice right here.
So, boy, howdy, howdy. 4th down and a yard. See if they try to draw the Cats offside. They tried on the hard count, but Leesville doesn't bite.
I think he's going to call a timeout, and they're going to punt it.
And And the Leesville defense wins that Mexican standoff.
Oh.
Penalty flags down. Delay of game, 5-yard penalty. Back it up and punt it, boys.
Yep. Hey, got it.
Hey, Wilkes gave it a heck of a try because you saw the Leesville defenders lurch a little bit on the hard count, but they were wise to that trick.
So they're going to get a 5-yard penalty.
So Castile, the Rainmaker punter, will kick it away from his 24-yard line. That's the line of scrimmage. Marcus Thurman standing back inside the Leesville 35. So Leesville's defense, 1, 2, 3, and out. Let's see if the Cats come hard in the rush. Vernon Lee cheating up, high snap. Castile gets it off. Not so high a kick and angled away from everybody. It's going to go out of bounds on the Breaux Bridge end of the football field. Leesville's got great field position at the Breaux Bridge 47-yard line, 1st and 10.
17-yard punt that time from a guy who's been kicking the leather off of the ball.
Mercy. He just got that off. He just kind of pulled that a little bit. That was a high snap, which forced him to alter his rhythm. So a 17-yard punt to the Breaux Bridge 47, and let's see if the Wampus Cats on their first offensive possession of the second half can strike quickly. Strike quickly, strike often. Jerry Haynes out to the left on first down. I formation. Collins toss comes this way. Trying to get to the corner. Got to the corner. The 45 to the 40 to the 35 and knocked out of bounds. Oh! And there goes the editor of the Leesville Daily Leader, Shannon Duhan, right on his butt. Shannon, I hope you're all right. You're the only guy that stopped Collins' head up tonight.
That's a 12-yard gain for Collins there.
Oh, yeah, 12 yards and a first down.
On a hand there.
And a personal foul for the late hit. He was hit late. It looked
Oh,
like
yes,
we
it was.
couldn't see exactly where the sidelines were. There were too many black and gold jerseys.
15 yards.
And a 15-yard penalty.
Boy, that looks good, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Collins got around that corner, and once he turns that corner, it's tough to catch up and stop him.
I'll tell you what, ask number 42, linebacker Jody Castile, who was breathing heavy trying to catch him. 8:42 to go in the third. Leesville 1st and 10 from the Breaux Bridge 22-yard line. Out of the eye, Collins runs right, hit in the backfield, and cannot get away. I tell you what, credit goes to Sean Hutchinson, the defensive end, for breaking that play up, and that's the first negative yardage for
That's
Collins.
about a 6-yard loss. But, Rick, the thing about it is they stacked up the line. They had a virtual 9 to 10-man front. There was only one man behind the line of scrimmage by the time that formation was put forward.
So Breaux Bridge responds to the challenge, sacking Collins for a 6-yard loss all the way back to the 28-yard line of the Tigers. And, boy, I tell you what, dude, there might have been a wide receiver wide open.
Watch this. Look at this. Look at them stack the line here.
They are doing it. Collins trying to cut it, and he goes down. And that is a bulldog tackle, my friends, from sophomore Kevin Senegal, a defensive tackle.
He got about a yard, maybe two on the play. About a yard, it looks like.
This brings up a 3rd down and long situation for the Wampus Cats. They pick up first down, but they would put them well within Josh Dill's range for a field goal.
Well, and, you know, when you stack up that line like that, you've got to throw the ball and make them back off. I mean, they had one man who was beyond the line of scrimmage for Breaux Bridge at that time. Look at the formation when they come up. Well, this time they're going to drop back because they know it's a pass situation.
I formation. It is passing down. Let's see if Green does it. Fake to Collins. Rolls, looks, fires. Oh, through the hands of Tyndall, the tight end. And penalty flags are down at the 25. Could be a hold against the Wampus Cats. Let's check the call.
I think you're going to find a hold or blocking in the back, one of the two.
Holding, Leesville. I would probably decline that penalty. I mean, I don't know, but hey, that's a 4th down. It'll bring up 4th down in forever from about the 27. Let's see how Breaux Bridge elects to offense another chance. No, they don't.
No.
It'll be 4th down and 15.
And it's still penalty-free for the Wampus Cats. They haven't hurt themselves with penalties, but
Here's Josh Dill.
he's going to try a field goal, you think?
It'll be a long one. It'll be close to 45 yards. It'll be a 44-yard attempt. The ball is right in the middle of the field, and we know that Josh Dill has got the leg. And this
He definitely has the leg.
This would be a big boost to the Wampus Cat offense to come away with points on the board early. And the Leesville coaches not happy with something they spotted on the field for the defense. So high snap by Mayo. Dill's kick, he gets it up, and it is just left. I mean, just left by about 1.5 feet, 2 feet. So 7-7 is the score.
That high snap there, Mayo had to jump up and get the ball.
A 44-yard field goal try with 7 minutes to go in the third comes up no good, and Breaux Bridge's defense is up to the task.
Okay, let's see if our boys can hold them now.
All right. Second offensive possession starting at the 20-yard line for the Tigers, about where they started their first one in this half. High formation. Bowman, the fullback. He's got the carry. They send him into the line, and he is going to squirt free for about 2 yards.
I don't understand why they're marking the ball there. He went to his knees and then sprung forward again. But they're going to give him 4 yards on it.
Yeah, and some of the astute Wampus Cat fans in the stands also share your concern.
Well, he hit his knees about 2 yards back, and then he just dove forward again off of his knees. He sprung forward for 2 more. They sort of missed that one.
Second down and 6 for the Tigers from their 24-yard line. Wiltz on the scramble. This time pressure. He gets the pass away. Intended for the tight end, Nielsen. And Lou Drotti on the rush. Mike Lewis on the coverage. Incomplete.
That was a great rush by Drotti. He made him throw it. Oh, yeah, that's the first time since the first opening series that they've got some pressure on him.
And again, Wiltz was on the rollout to the right. Guy Wiltz, senior cornerback, has thrown for almost 1,000 yards. No, I take that back. Almost, let's check that. I have my handy-dandy stats somewhere that tells me how many yards that kid has thrown for, but he's thrown for about 700 on the season. All right, 3rd down and 7. Big play for the Leesville defense. Slot left formation. Again, Wiltz on the roll over the head of the intended receiver.
And he got some pressure that time from Carter and Clements.
Yeah, boy.
And Drotti and Darian Davis.
Turf.
Yes, sir. Darian Davis also is in there.
Good defensive pressure and good coverage in the secondary, and Wiltz was forced to throw that pass high. And I doubt seriously whether they will consider trying to draw the Wampus Cats off sides here. It's 4th down and about 7. So Leesville's defense knuckling under on the first 2 Breaux Bridge possessions of this second half. And Marcus Thurman is back deep again. This time, the line of scrimmage is about the 24, so Castile will hit this from inside his 15-yard line. Leesville pressure up the middle, almost blocked that
Boy,
punt,
he got
John Covert,
in there.
and he puts a high floater up there.
It looked good, didn't it?
Oh, man, Greg Roan and a bunch of guys were in on top of it. I thought they were going to get it. So the punt,
37-yard punt.
37 yards, puts the Cats in field position again, this time from their own 39-yard line, 1st and 10.
Yeah, I thought they was going to get it that time.
Oh, I don't know how they missed it, but they did. So Leesville's first offensive possession, the second half, they move it down the field a little bit, try the field goal and come away short this time. I would expect nothing more than a touchdown on their effort. Thurman out wide to the left. High formation. Collins on the carry up the middle. Hit at the line of scrimmage, falls forward for about 2 yards. Collins finding the going tough tonight against this Tiger defense, John.
That Tiger defense is tough, and they're led by that big linebacker, Castile and Choate, and number 72, Nade.
Nade, the nose guard. Dwayne Nade. Rhymes with Mayday, and I imagine that's what a lot of ball carriers scream when he hits them. Mayday! Gain of 2, making it 2nd down and 8 for the Cats. Line of scrimmage is their 41-yard line. Again, I formation, wide out to the right. Collins on the toss, comes this way, reverses his field. Ankle tackle as Collins gets up across the 45 to the 46. And Josh Jones, a sophomore defensive end, hangs on to the ankle of Collins and brings him down after a gain of about 4. So 3rd down and 4 for the Cats as they cross the 45 to the 46.
Well, that line is stacking up now, Rick. They're going to have to throw the ball some to loosen them up because the linebackers are almost making it a 10-man front. And so you've got to do something to loosen them up.
And Leesville, to this point, has been content to let their offensive line batter away. Xavier Burrell out now wide to the near side. I formation on 3rd and 4. Collins, straight handoff up the middle, runs. He stopped short of the 50, and he'll be short of the 1st down.
You can get about, maybe 2 yards on that carry.
It'll be 4th and about 2. And Trey Tyndall, tight end, signaling to the bench, let's go for it, let's go for it. And it's a tough call. I mean, it's a tough call.
This is where you hate to be coaching. Coach Smith has done good all year long, I'm telling you.
He's made the decision. It's the jumbo formation. Clemens and Roan come in as the blocking backs for Collins. So guess who's going to get the ball? We know, and I trust me that Breaux Bridge knows.
This is tough. I'm telling you, Coach Smith, he's got lots of guts to roll the dice right here because this could hurt him.
4th and 2.
Look at this.
Collins up the middle and almost breaks it all the way.
Man.
1st down, Leesville.
12. It looks like he's got about 10 yards on the carry there. Man, right through the middle. You got to take your hat off to Coach Smith.
Oh, I tell you, Collins has such great balance, John. He was on his one hand, struggling for yardage at the 45, and baby, if there wouldn't have been a hand on his ankle, he could have broke it.
He was. Let's take our hat off to Coach Smith. I mean, hey, the man rolled the dice that time.
That was a 9-yard pickup. 1st and 10. Toss. Collins runs right, cuts it.
Look at
the
this.
Secondary. Say goodbye. Oh, baby. Oh, baby.
43 yards.
Yes, sir. And the Leesville Wampus Cats take their first lead of the ball game, 13-7, on a 43-yard romp on a play designed to get 5 yards. Tremendous blocking on the right side of the line.
All right.
To play in the 3rd. Out of the hole to Derek Mayo will now attempt to give Leesville a 7-point lead. Dill misses on a 44-yard field goal on Leesville's first attempt of the 2nd half. And nothing less than a touchdown is exactly what I got. The kick is up, and the kick is good. So, with 3:19 to play in the 3rd, Leesville takes a 14-7 lead, and we are back in 30 seconds with the Leesville kickoff after these words from our sponsors.
Somebody's getting flowers. Somebody's getting flowers. Somebody's getting flowers.
There's no name.
Read the card.
After all the flowers you've brought us, it's time you got some of your own. From all the gang to our favorite head... Thank you very much.
Yeah, the Leesville High Wampus Cats convert a 4th and 2 from their 48. And 2 plays later, Cecil Collins does what he does best, 43 yards on the touchdown. That matches a 56-yarder that he had in the first half. He has 2 touchdowns, and he's nearing 200 yards rushing on the night on that last carry. Dill's extra point makes it 14-7, and Breaux Bridge now facing a deficit for the first time tonight. Inside the 10, Williams on the return of the Dill kickoff. Right up the gut he goes. Somebody tackle that guy. All the way back to the 38, to the... Philip Williams.
A bunch of young somebody's got him that time. Number 89 instrumental there. That was
Jermaine Lee.
Jermaine Lee again. He got the other one too, didn't he?
That kickoff return to the Breaux Bridge 38-yard line. 1st and 10 from that point for senior quarterback Guy Wiltz and his talented offense. Castile comes out to the right. Backs are split. Wiltz sets him down. Give to the first man through.
Did you see that lick?
Turn out the lights on that poor running back. Terrence Bowman hammered at the line of scrimmage.
Jones, the linebacker.
Jones.
linebacker Jones and Gill really put the shoulder to him.
That's a loss of a yard, it looks like, John.
I'll tell you,
Line of scrimmage
he was
the
hit
38.
hard.
Now he's back to the 37. They have not marked it as such.
It looks like they're going to give him no gain on it.
So I say 2nd and 11, but that's just me, folks. Wideouts to the left. Now man in motion is Castile down the line. Wiltz looks that way. It's his tight end underneath. And good tackle. A short gain on the play of 4 yards as the pass was caught across the 40 to about the 41. So that's the first time we've seen Castile go in motion and cut underneath the tight end. 3rd down and about 7 for the Tigers. 1:51 to play here in the 3rd quarter, and Leesville leads it by a score of 14-7. Their first lead of the night coming on that 43-yard touchdown run just moments ago from senior tailback Cecil Collins. I formation on 3rd down. Wiltz has Frederick out wide to the right in single coverage on Lee. Deep handoff, and the tailback, Lewis. Davis was loose for a moment and was just closed down.
Malerski's the man that hit him, but coming up from the safety again was Shermaine Jones in on the tackle too. And Roan, of course, he's always there.
So, the Leesville defense has faced the Breaux Bridge offense 3 times here in the 3rd quarter, and Breaux Bridge has nary a first down to show for their effort.
They found it really hard going right now.
So Marcus Thurman will stand at about his 20 to receive the kick off the foot of Jamie Castile. Castile's last punt, a 17-yarder, set up the Wampus Cats' go-ahead touchdown. Good snap this time, and Castile gets up another high floater. Guys, be aware of where you are on the field. It takes a Leesville bounce and is going to go out of bounds. Looks like near the 30-yard line with 38 seconds to go, and the Leesville defense getting a big hand as they come off the field.
30-yard punt, but it was sky high, no return, 35-yard punt.
So the Wampus Cats have the ball on their, looks like their 26-yard line. First and 10 from the 26 with 38 seconds to play in the 3rd quarter. The Cats on top for the first time tonight by a score of 14-7. I formation, Green at quarterback, wideouts to the far side. Collins looking for running room, makes a move, makes another move. He's got the corner, gets a great crack block from Jerry Haynes at the 30-yard
wow,
line.
Number 43 just got a hand on him. He was so close to the sideline that he run him out. And number 43 is not listed right there, but that's Nielsen, the man's name, is the man who run him out of bounds there.
Nielsen caught that 27-yard pass in the first half. That is a gain from the 26 that's 10, 20, 22 yards, 21 yards.
That puts him over the 200-yard mark by 202, Rick.
First and 10. More importantly, at the Breaux Bridge 47. The words are not coming as fast as I might like them. All right, here's that jumbo backfield set. Buckner and Roan are the blocking backs. Collins hit at the line of scrimmage, gets into Breaux Bridge territory at the 50-yard line. I tell you what, Josh Jones, for a sophomore, has a tremendous amount of upper body strength. Look at him, John. He's about 6'4", it looks like. Doesn't look like he weighs 200 pounds, but he grabbed Collins on the ankle that time, and Collins did not get away.
He's a good-sized boy. He got about 4 yards on the carry, though.
2nd down and 6, ball on the Breaux Bridge side of the midfield stripe, and that is the end of the 3rd quarter of play with the score Leesville 14, Breaux Bridge 7. We're back in 60 seconds with more exciting Wampus Cat football.
Is there a difference between driving under the influence and driving while intoxicated? Is a misdemeanor more serious than a felony? What are your rights as an accused in a criminal proceeding?
Hello, my name is Elvin Fontenot. For over 16 years, I've practiced criminal defense law in West Central Louisiana. My experience in criminal defense cases in this area is well documented. It is important that an accused be made aware of his rights in a criminal prosecution. If you need an attorney to represent you in a criminal defense case, please call me.
Just as Americans have protected their flag through the years, Morris Insurance Agency has worked hard to protect their clients. For 54 years, we've provided Vernon Parish residents good values on all their insurance needs. As an independent insurance agency, we have a wealth of companies to select from that offer you the best buy for your dollar. On personal automobile alone, we'll quote you in 16 different companies. Morris Insurance Agency is growing.
Please give us a call today for an insurance review. You may be spending more than you need to. Thank you.
We're back live for the start of the fourth quarter. 2nd and 6. Toss to Collins. Runs this way and is stacked up after a 4-yard gain. John, I did some quick math. Cecil Collins has over 200 yards rushing tonight. That's not in dispute. He also has 2 touchdowns, and that's evident on the scoreboard. 1 touchdown was from 56 yards. 1 was from 43. That's an average of 49 yards on each touchdown run. And on that second down play, guess where the ball was? The ball was on the Breaux Bridge 49. Well, Collins picks up 4 yards, and it makes it 3rd down and a short 3.
He has 210 yards on 22 carries. That's almost 10 yards a carry.
Again, the power I set with Roan and Buckner, the blocking backs for the Big Hoss tight end, Cecil Collins. Collins on the deep handoff. Oh, that time he tried to get a little too fancy and got about a yard, and he'll be stopped short of the first down. It'll be 4th down and about a yard. Jason Green comes to the sidelines, talks to the Leesville coaching staff for a moment.
They got a man down.
Yeah, Breaux Bridge does have a defender down. So the clock is stopped with 11:03 to play here in the 4th. Leesville leads at 14-7, and when we return in 30 seconds, the Cats have 4th and 1. Stay tuned for more Wampus Cat football.
Join the winning teams at Brown Furniture and Brown.
Over the competition. We'll tackle every room in your house.
No one passes on our selection or financing. Our team is complete. Quality, selection, financing.
Visit the winning teams today at Brown Furniture on the West Texas Highway or Brown Furniture Outlet, Highway 171, Leesville.
He looks like his knees hurt him.
So the outstanding sophomore defensive end for the Tigers, Josh Jones, number 1, who has been in on a bunch of tackles, is off the field, and he needs help. And the Wampus Cats with the ball at the Breaux Bridge 45-yard line, facing 4th down and 1, and it is a good solid 1 yard that they need.
And it's not the jumbo backfield. They're minus Cedric Clements.
But
uh-oh. Well, the ref wants to talk about something here right now.
Okay.
Oh, here we go.
Here
They're going live.
Clock is running now as the Cats now Roan and Buckner line up. Collins is going to run this ball left where Jones was a moment ago, and he's got the first down, Leesville, as the Wampus Cat coaching staff goes right for the jugular vein. Josh Jones, who's had a whale of a game, hobbles out of off the playing field, and the Cats run right at his side.
I don't care what you say. You know, Coach Smith tonight has really shown some bravery, because if it hadn't worked, everybody in the countryside would have been second-guessing him, and you got to give it to him.
Well, that is 2 times on this particular series that the Cats have gone for it on 4th and short. So it's 1st down at the Breaux Bridge 42-yard line for Leesville. Again, same formation. Now Clemens and Roan are the blocking backs. Fake toss to Collins. Green looking to throw. He's in trouble. Got to tuck it and run. Jason Green gets back to about the line of scrimmage, and that'll be actually about a 2-yard loss, it looks like. So the Wampus Cats tried to find Xavier Burrell down the sidelines.
They did a good job of boxing him off that time. That big Babineau is a man who really pushed. He couldn't hardly throw over him, so he had to duck it and take it on, but he lost about 2 yards on that play.
Tyndall and Thurman into the game now for the Cats. Thurman at wideout, Tyndall at tight end, and Clemens is coming out of the game. And now Clemens and Roan come out, and Buckner and Haynes come back in. Cats are in danger of getting a penalty here. They get this play off, though. And
he's calling a timeout.
He's going to call a timeout. That's a wise move by Greg Roan. A little offensive confusion there. And on 2nd and long, you didn't want that confusion. So the clock is stopped with 9:43 to go in the game. Leesville trying to keep this ball and run out some clock. I mean, we've been through this before just 2 weeks ago, sweating the clock with a lead against Carroll.
Well,
and the Cats have shown to be proficient in doing that. But, mercy.
Carroll showed they could score right quick. And Breaux Bridge can too, but they just can't get the ball.
That's it. If Breaux Bridge, if their receivers can catch the ball, I believe that Guy Wiltz can get them the football.
Well, we need to get a field goal out of this at least.
I'm not happy with that
point
production.
No, sir. Because you get a touchdown and 2 points, now you're 1 point behind.
So I would like to see another touchdown on the board for the Cats here tonight. Their offense for the year averaging about 33 points a game. They are held under that tonight by the Breaux Bridge Tiger defense, but that's been Breaux Bridge's modus operandi all during the playoffs. Great defense has got them this far.
Well, they played good defense tonight. It's only a few runs that Collins has broke, the long ones, that's helped him out.
Leesville has cut out the mistakes in the second half, and Breaux Bridge's offense has not even got a first down, have they?
No, sir. They don't have a first down in the second half.
14-7 is the score. Leesville leads it with 9:43 to go. Cats facing 2nd and 12 from the Breaux Bridge 44-yard line. They need to make the 32 of the Tigers for the first down. Now Buckner in the wing to the right, wide outs to the left. Collins is the single setback. Toss, Collins, he comes this way, makes a cut, and is hit, goes down as he gets near the 40-yard line. And again, that's excellent defensive play by Dwayne Naday, the nose guard, who slid right down the line and brought Collins down, along with Shannon Babineau, number 77.
Collins is finding the running really tough to this left side now. He's shaking his elbow like he's got a little stinger there.
A little stinger indeed. So it's third down now and 9. 39 from the Breaux Bridge 40-yard line.
Look for something to the wide side of the field this time.
I would think so. And Greg Burns lines up to the left, to the wide side. Thurman to the right on third down. Delay, deep handoff to Collins, who breaks tackles, and gets down to the 35, a gain of about 5-6 yards. And this will bring up another decision time for Coach Danny Smith. It'll bring up fourth down and about 3, it looks like. And the Wampus Cats will, looks like they send the punt team in.
They're going to try to pin them back as far as they can.
So this is a move. You were running the clock, but you had picked up 2 first downs, and none of them were any longer than 3 or 4 yards. So this is maybe the right call. Now what is going on here? Watch something's up here. Yeah, Brian Buckner, this is a direct snap. This is going to be a direct snap to Greg Roan. I can tell you that right now. There is the direct snap. Roan makes a move. He's got the first down, and the Wampus Cats sucker the Tigers by putting Ryan Buckner in deep punt formation and snapping directly to Greg Roan. The line of scrimmage was the 41-yard line. He picks up 11 yards.
Boy, I'm telling you, Coach is living dangerously tonight, isn't he? Great play.
I saw it. Ryan Buckner has never been back in deep punt formation.
I think everybody in the stand knew it except those over there on the other side. Everybody on this side knew what was going to happen.
First down to the Breaux Bridge 26-yard line. 7:44 to go. I formation. Strong to the right. Collins up the middle. Hit in the backfield as he gets inside the 25. A gain of about 3 yards. And more importantly, the clock runs. And when the Cats snap the ball next, they'll be under 7 minutes to play in the ball game. Boy. 3 fourth down conversions on this drive. And I really do believe, John, that Breaux Bridge has really wondered now if they're ever going to get the football back. Leesville has just done a masterful job on this drive.
It's been a long, sustained drive right now.
2nd and 7 for the Cats at the Breaux Bridge 24-yard line. Roan is the fullback. Wing right formation. Collins runs that way. Tries to slide it outside, gets some yardage, and is slung out of bounds. And see where the spot is. Looks like it's going to be close to the 20-yard line.
It's going to be about a 2-yard, 3-yard gain, huh?
All right, from the 21, the Wampus Cats facing third down now. Third down in a short 5. Big conversion here, and of course you gotta feel like the Cats, if they don't make the first down, will roll those dice again. When you're at the crap table in your hut, baby, you keep a spinning them wheels.
I wouldn't know anything about that. I don't gamble.
I don't even know how you play craps. All right, third down. Roan, the up back into the secondary. Greg Roan inside the 10. First and goal, Leesville.
This is 21.
From the 21 down to the 9.
11 yards. 10 yards on the carry.
Whoa, Greg Roan has come up big on this series.
I tell you, Greg Roan would be playing tailback for any other team in the state.
Any other team in the state. All right, 1st and 10. Actually, 1st and goal for the Cats. Jumbo formation. Clemens and Roan the upbacks. Collins up the middle. Cecil Collins into the end. Oh, Greg Roan. Greg Roan. No, excuse me.
Cecil,
My eyes
wasn't it?
betray me. Cecil Collins. That's all right. The rest of my body is betraying me at a rapid rate. Collins 10 yards on the score. With 5:48 to go in the ball game, the Breaux Bridge Tigers are now got a big uphill battle.
I just wish it were bigger.
Well, I'll take what we got.
Yes, sir.
All right, out of the
Yes,
hold of Derek Mayo, the backup quarterback. Josh Dill looking for his 3rd extra point attempt of the night. He's 2 out of 2. Snap is behind him, behind Mayo. He gets it down, but Dill gets it up and through. So, with 5:48 to play in the ball game, Leesville leads at 21-7, and the road to New Orleans and the state championship beckons straight ahead. Back in 30 seconds with the Leesville kickoff after these words from our sponsors.
Speak louder than words. Well, this is my way of shouting.
We have got 5 minutes and 48 seconds left to play in this ball game, and the Wampus Cats have just ended a 74-yard drive that included 3 fourth-down conversions. Cecil Collins goes in from 10 yards, his 3rd touchdown of the night. Josh Dill's 3rd extra point of the night gives the Cats a 21-7 lead as they culminate that 74-yard drive that ate up about 6 minutes. Fielded inside the 10 by Philip Williams. Williams off to the races. Dill's got to catch him. And he goes down the sidelines all the way inside the Leesville 20-yard line.
And some young man really turned on the steam. I can't get his number. He's coming this way. It looks like 74. Willie West is the man who run him down.
Wow.
And that's a lineman.
From the inside the 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, a 71-yard kickoff return.
Can you believe a defensive lineman ran that man down?
I'm going to tell you that Philip Williams has been close to breaking it up the middle all night long.
But I mean, a defensive lineman ran him down. Willie West. That's amazing.
Unreal. 1st and 10 from the 19-yard line. Wiltz stumbles coming out from under center.
He kept it for no gain.
He keeps the ball on the right end for no gain. You're right.
And on the play there, you had... on that play was Ziggy Malerski, who stayed home. He didn't fool Ziggy. Ziggy got him for no gain.
Wow. Oh, that'll wake you up in a hurry.
I still can't get over number 74 chasing him down.
I was stunned. I was not watching who was chasing him. I was just watching the black shirts converge on him. All right, 2nd down and 9. From the Leesville 18, Wiltz. Backside pressure, looks to throw over the middle, and intended for his receiver out of the backfield inside the 5. Incomplete pass stops the clock, brings up 3rd down now and 9. And we are definitely within 4-down territory for the Tigers here, as they are in a do-or-die situation, down by 2 touchdowns and 2 extra points.
Well, that's all due to a little mental letdown because of the score, you know. But they're fixing to turn up the heat here.
3rd down and 9 from the Leesville 18-yard line with 4:52 to go on the clock, which is stopped for the moment after the incomplete pass. Wiltz back to pass. Touchdown.
Yep.
Right into the seam. He hits Castile.
23-yard touchdown pass.
No, it's 18 yards.
18, all right.
18-yard
That's what I
touchdown.
said, 18.
Wiltz to Castile. And just like that, in less than 11 seconds.
Woo!
Wow. Man. Wow. So this extra point off the foot of Castile is huge. Breaux Bridge got the ball back with 4:58 to play in the game, and with 4:47 on the clock. The kick is blocked! The kick is blocked! Ziggy Malerski in on the block.
Ziggy's playing the game, isn't he? They're playing the game of their life right now, Rick.
21-13. We're going to catch our breath. Back in 30 seconds with more Wampus Cat football. Stay tuned.
Don's Hallmark is alive with the for the latest Hallmark Christmas ornaments and gift ideas. At the Hallmark Gold Crown Store, Don's can offer you the best selection in our area. Stop in and see the adorable Oldest Angel collection, the lovely Seraphim Classic collectibles, and the enchanting story of Santa Claus. Ornate ornaments, hundreds of collectibles, wrapping paper, and world-famous Hallmark greeting cards for all the things that mean Christmas. Visit Don's Hallmark in Leesville Square.
Well, the Leesville Wampus Cats have surrendered a touchdown, but they blocked the extra point with 4:47 to go in the game. Leesville leads at 21-13, and in anticipation of an onside kick by the Tigers, the Cats have their good hands squad up near midfield. Cecil Collins is the lone deep back. He stands inside his 20, and wow, did they shock us back to reality.
You bet, you bet. Everybody's running out to make room reservations down in New Orleans. They're back in their seats right now.
Yes, sir. Yes, Rudy. And Castile, let's see if they put a play on or they have the confidence that their defense can knuckle down and get the ball back. You got two ways to play this. Let's see how 12th-year head coach Mark Moad chooses to play it. Castile kicks it deep. Collins at the 13, to the 15, to the 20. Looking to pick his spot, turn on the juice. Stays on his feet. Cecil Collins won't go down. You better go down, Cecil. Give it up. It's a good fight, but give it up. Oh, man. You can hit him all day long and not knock him off his feet.
He's got balance. That's one thing about it. He's shown some balance, hasn't he?
1st and 10 at the Leesville 23-yard line with 4:34 to play in the football game, and the Cats holding on to an 8-point lead. Well, you like your chances now.
Yeah.
I mean, they can't beat you with a touchdown.
All they can do is tie.
All they can do is tie with a touchdown and an extra point conversion.
Well, you know, Cecil has 238 yards on 29 carries, and they still don't have a first down in the second half.
Yeah, you're right. They
have
do
a
not
touchdown.
have a first down. Strong I formation. Handoff, Collins up the middle. He breaks it. Cecil Collins, 2 men to beat. He splits the seam, and a nice run inside Breaux Bridge's 45-yard line. From the 23, 27 yards, that's 31 yards.
31-yard run.
And he went right up the middle.
You know, he has 269 yards. He could possibly break that 3,000-yard barrier tonight. You know that.
He has 2,670-something coming in.
That's right.
And he's got 260. Let me check.
269. He could, if he goes over 300 and something, he can bust that tonight.
He is just about 50 yards away. And coincidentally, so are the Cats. 1st and 10, Leesville from the Breaux Bridge 44. Collins churns forward, moves the pile, burns the clock.
About 6 yards on that one.
2nd down for the Cats as they mark the ball just shy of the Breaux Bridge 40 at the 41-yard line.
Collins has to be getting tired. That was his 31st carry of the game. And, you know, I'm telling you, the kid, Cecil the Diesel, is a good nickname for him, isn't
like
it?
That. We have not heard that from your lips this year.
No, but
Cecil the Diesel.
That fits. It's very apropos, I'm telling you. He's like a diesel truck coming at you.
Yes, sirree. 2nd down, 6 yards to go for the Cats. Clock now under 3 minutes to play. Leesville with the football. Collins with the football. Moves the pile. Busts into the secondary on his feet.
That is absolutely amazing.
Hey, man, I mean, he
got 9 yards on that carry right there.
He is a Clydesdale among Shetlands.
I'm telling you, that is absolutely amazing.
Cecil Collins closing in on a 3,000-yard season. I promise you, Coach Danny Smith would love to see it here tonight.
And he may let him go for it.
He may. He didn't take him out of the game against DeRidder, much to the chagrin of some of the Dragon fans. 2:34 to go. Clock runs. Leesville 1st and 10 at the Breaux Bridge 32-yard line. Power eye backfield with Buckner and Ryan and Roan up front. Collins follows the convoy to the right, cuts it in inside the 30, a gain of about 4 yards. And more importantly, the clock rolls on, and Collins is face down, catching his breath.
They're going to give him about 5 on that play.
And I love it. Collins picked up by his teammates. That was Albert Marbury and Ryan Buckner that extended a hand. And now away from the fans here tonight. Under 2 minutes to go. Leesville looking to make it to the Louisiana High School State Championship game, the Gatorade Superdome Classic. They are 95 seconds away. Got to hurry, got to get the play off, and Green burns a timeout. Stops the clock with 1:37 to play, and will take a timeout back in 30 seconds after these words from our sponsors.
He got
The Alford advantage puts the pickup at the top of the list. Steve Alford Chevrolet GO introduces the 1996 extended cab pickup for only $18,995. V8 engine, automatic transmission, air conditioning, tilt wheel, cruise control, and more. Put it at the top of the list and take a test drive in the 96 extended cab pickup. Only $18,995 now till the end of the month. Steve Alford Chevrolet GO. Take the Alford advantage. Highway 171 Leesville, next to the Days Inn.
Minute 37 to play. Don't mind that. It's just my little mantra for the day there.
Man.
All right, here's the 1-13. There's 1:37 seconds left to go between a victory here tonight and a trip to the Superdome. Leesville has the ball, 2nd down and about 5. The line of scrimmage is the 27-yard line of the Fighting Tigers of Breaux Bridge, who have played one whale of a ball game against the number 3 ranked team in the state.
Now, Roan's your tailback.
Yes, he is. Collins is getting a blow. Buckner and Clemens are the upbacks. Toss. Roan runs this way. Turns the corner. Yard line close to another Wampus Cat first down. And Breaux Bridge.
First down.
First down. And now Breaux Bridge, if they've got any timeouts left, they've got to burn them. They've got to burn them, and they do. 1:26 to go. And there's a timeout on the field. So, with the score, Leesville 21, Breaux Bridge 13. We're back in 30 seconds after these words from our sponsors.
Is there a difference between driving under the influence and driving while intoxicated? Is a misdemeanor more serious than a felony? What are your rights as an accused in a criminal proceeding?
Hello, my name is Elvin Fontenot. For over 16 years, I've practiced criminal defense law in West Central Louisiana. My experience in criminal defense cases in this area is well documented. It is important that an accused be made aware of his rights in a criminal prosecution. If you need an attorney to represent you in a criminal defense case, please call me.
You want to talk about shutting an opponent down? How about 12 total yards in this? No, they got more than 12 because they had an 18-yard pass.
Well, they had a 21-yard pass, but they had 33 yards altogether.
Okay.
But only 12 yards on the ground.
Okay, 12 yards rushing, 33 total yards in the second half for the Breaux Bridge Tigers, and the Leesville defense has been masterful tonight. So, 1st and 10 from the 20. With 1:26 to go, and the Cats up by 8. Collins is out of the game. Roan in at running back. Toss. Roan sticks his nose inside the 20, and Breaux Bridge will have to call another timeout. If they don't, the Cats will run this clock down, and this game will be over. Tigers take their second timeout of the half. They should have one more left, but I don't think it's going to be enough to deter the Cats who, after picking up 3 yards, now face 2nd down and 7. So, folks, barring some unforeseen calamitous happening, the Leesville High Wampus Cats and their fans will make the trek next week to the Crescent City of New Orleans, Louisiana. A good time will be had by all underneath the spacious roof of the Louisiana Superdome.
Especially us.
Yes, indeed. I'm going to show you some places you've never seen before.
Oh, no. No.
I'll tell you what, I know that this game's not over, and I don't want to sound presumptuous, but if you're making plans to go to New Orleans, bear in mind that there are several conventions in town, plus there will be 10 high school football teams and all of their fans in New Orleans for the weekend. You had best commence to finding a room now. And now, if I'm not mistaken, the downtown Holiday Inn is the LHSAA's Superdome Classic headquarters. That's where most of the teams and their fans will be trying to stay. There are lots of accommodations downtown. Good luck trying to find them. We are actually going to pitch a geodesic tent in front of the Will Call window, I believe, aren't we?
That's right.
Second down and 7.
Whatever that is.
Collins is back in the game. He gets the carry, runs up the middle, down to the 15-yard line. And Breaux Bridge will call their last timeout with 1 minute and 14 seconds to play in the ball game. And Leesville looking at 3rd down and 6 when we return in 30 seconds after these words from our sponsors.
Just as Americans have protected their flag through the years, Morris Insurance Agency has worked hard to protect their clients. For 54 years, we've provided Vernon Parish residents good values on all their insurance needs. As an independent insurance agency, we have a wealth of companies to select from that offer you the best buy for your dollar. On personal automobile alone, we'll quote you in 16 different companies. Morris Insurance Agency is growing.
Please give us a call today for an insurance review more than you need to. Thank you.
They had no penalties.
No penalties against Leesville all night long?
No, they had one called against them, but it was declined.
That may be the most unusual stat of the ball game.
That's exactly right.
The Wampus Cats, more often than not, plagued by penalties. Tonight, an error-free game, a game that they had to get hit on a few times in the first half before they realized they were in a ball game. Breaux Bridge scores first. Leesville ties it up. And the second half has belonged to the Wampus Cats both offensively and defensively. 3rd down and 6 now for the Cats. 3rd down and 6. Can they pick up another 1st down? If they do, this ball game is over and this crowd's going to go nuts. Collins hit in the backfield. A nice defensive effort by number 24, cornerback Albert Alexander. So that brings up 4th down now for the Cats, and they will let that clock run. It's under a minute. And I tell you, the outlook is not bright for Breaux Bridge, but it looks like they will get the football one more time. And look, John, Josh Jones, who was carried off the field, a sophomore defensive end, was back in the ball game, and now he's hobbling out under his own power. I tip my hat to that youngster, and keep your eyes on him for Breaux Bridge in the years to come. So it's 4th down, and if the Cats don't convert here, the clock is automatically stopped on the change of possession. And penalty flags go down, so the Cats did run as much clock as they could. They've got it under 30 seconds, and they will have one more snap. Delay of game is the call against the Cats. Mark it back 5 yards, make it 4th down and 9. 4th down and 9 from the 20-yard line. And so the Cats will have to snap it one more time, and the defense will have to come out on the field one more time here tonight, John.
Well, you know it's going to be a running play
to
eat up that clock, but they've got a good passing arm. I'll tell you, it's not over with yet.
It's almost one of those plays where I'd like to see somebody run around at about the 50-yard line and burn up about 20 seconds. You know, kind of like tag.
Yep.
Tag me if you can. All right, Roan is the fullback. Collins is the tailback on 4th and 9. Toss Collins. Cuts inside, makes a move inside the 15, gain of about 6 on the play. But the clock is stopped on the change of possession, and Breaux Bridge has 22 seconds left to get into the end zone, and they are about 85 yards away. So the Leesville defense, which has absolutely shut down Breaux Bridge here in the second half tonight, will have to come in and do the job one more time. Wiltz at quarterback grounds the ball. Penalty flags are down. What is up? Did they take too much time? What is up?
Well, I think he took more than one step backwards to ground that ball. No, they're not going to.
Second down.
They're going to say he did grounded. Second down and 10.
Well, I think they must have been looking at the coverage that Leesville was deploying against him on that play. They burned up a very precious 4 seconds of the clock. And now face second down and 10 from their 15-yard line. Wiltz, straight drop, looks to throw short, launches it out, picked off by Vernon Lee, and this ball game is going to end on a Leesville touchdown as Lee returns it. 25 yards for the score.
He went once too often to the well that time. Went to the well once too often.
Vernon Lee, a 25-yard interception return for the touchdown. And the Cats are ahead at 27-13.
And we're going to the Superdome.
I believe you are. Give me my cell phone and let's make a reservation someplace expensive where we know they have rooms.
That's right.
If you're going to New Orleans, stay in a very chic hotel because they will have rooms. Josh Dill in to attempt the extra point. And I'll tell you, Breaux Bridge, the wind went out of them just like a fighter who'd been punched in the solar plexus. Out of the hole to Mayo. Dill's extra point is no good. Wide to the left.
So, how much time we got left? I can't even see the clock.
10 seconds. And a penalty flag is down, however, at the 5-yard line. So let's check it. It looks like the call is going to be motion against Leesville. And they'll back it up, and they will let Dill kick it again. So that's a fortuitous penalty.
Yes. We'll take that. 28 to 13 looks better than 20 then. I mean, 27.
It could be 13 and a half to 13, and it would still look good.
Let me go home. I'm getting tired.
No, you can't go home. You got to get ready for next week. You got to go into training tonight, big boy.
That's right.
And Coach Danny Smith now talking to his special teams unit as Dill's extra point this time is up and good.
All right.
So with 10 seconds to play in the ball game, Leesville leads it 28-13 on the strength of a 25-yard interception return for a touchdown by Vernon Lee. I'm going to give him 25 yards. That seemed to be as close to the mark as I could spot it, but that ball was a wounded duck when Wiltz put it up, John, and Vernon Lee was in the coverage and picked it right off. Boy, that was a heck of a way for the defense to answer Breaux Bridge with 18 seconds to play. The Leesville defense has given up 33 yards total offense in the second half, 12 yards rushing, and they have earned the right to face the winner of the Salmon-Wassman game next Saturday night in the Louisiana Superdome.
Boy, this is a bunch of happy people. I'm talking about a crowd standing on their feet. It's only a few seconds to the mayhem.
Well, of course, there'll be no people allowed on the field, but you're going to play heck keeping them off.
That's exactly right.
Dill with his patented squibber, fielded by the up man and down at the 37. So Breaux Bridge has 9 seconds to score 15 points. And, folks, it ain't easy.
I hate to gloat, but it's what I do best. But, man.
He's an honest man. He's an honest man, my lord.
The Wampus Cats have really got a team, haven't they?
They sure do, John.
And I believe they're going to take it to Wassman or Salmon next Saturday. They're going to take it to them.
And that is the end of the ball game. We're going to the Louisiana Superdome to play for the state championship. We'll be back to wrap this one up in 60 seconds. Stay tuned for the post-game show next.
Join the winning teams at Brown Furniture and Brown Furniture Outlet.
We run over the competition. We'll tackle every room in your house.
No one passes on our selection or financing. Our team is complete. Quality, selection, financing.
Visit the winning teams today at Brown Furniture on the West Texas Highway or Brown Furniture Outlet, Highway 171, Leesville.
Wampus Cats put an end to the Tigers of Breaux Bridge in their season by the final score of 28-13. And Leesville will take on the winner of the Salmon-Wassman game next Saturday evening in the Louisiana Superdome. The game was tied here at the half, 7-7. The Wampus Cats took advantage of a short punt that gave them excellent field position at the start of the third quarter. The Wampus Cats had 1st and 10 at the Breaux Bridge 22, but Breaux Bridge's defense turned it up a notch, and the Cats were forced to try a 44-yard field goal try by Josh Dill that went wide to the left. That happened with 7 minutes to play in the third. Again, the Leesville defense forces a punt, and the Cats, after getting up near midfield, had a 4th and 2 from their own 48-yard line. Cecil Collins picks up 9 yards to the 43-yard line, and then Collins, with 3:19 to play in the third quarter, goes 43 yards for the score. Dill's extra point gives the Cats the 14-7 lead. Again, the Leesville defense holds Breaux Bridge 1-2-3 punt, and the Cats drive down the field again. Collins goes 21 yards to the 47, and then facing 4th and 1 at the Breaux Bridge 45, the Cats roll the dice again and pick up another first down. Then facing 4th down again, 4th down and long, they fake the punt as Greg Roan picks up 11 yards and gives the Cats a first down at the Breaux Bridge 26-yard line. Roan goes 11 yards down to the 9 and sets up 1st and goal, and Collins goes over from 9 yards out, his 3rd score of the night. That comes with 5:48 to play in the ball game, and Dill's extra point made it 21-7 as the Cats culminate that 74-yard drive and are up by 2 scores. The Breaux Bridge Fighting Tigers get a 71-yard kickoff return from Philip Williams and score their next touchdown on an 18-yard pass from Guy Wiltz to Jamie Castile. The kick was blocked, and the Cats led it 21-13. Leesville drove down the field and turned the ball over on downs. And with 10 seconds to play in the ball game, 18 seconds to play in the ball game, Vernon Lee adds the final score of the night on a 25-yard interception return for the touchdown. Josh Dill's 4th extra point of the night made it 28-13, and that is the final. For the game, Leesville 16 first downs, Breaux Bridge 4, including no first downs in the second half. The Cats rushed the ball 47 times for 338 yards. Cecil Collins, 35 carries for 296 yards. He is very close to 3,000 yards on the season, and he has 99 career touchdowns. The Wampus Cats pick up 6 yards passing, as Jason Green is 1 out of 4 passing. And in the second half, Breaux Bridge had no offense. It was absolutely one of the most incredible performances defensively that you're ever going to see in a high school football game. Now, the Louisiana High School Athletic Association had a representative here tonight with a whole bunch of things called tickets to the Superdome. And tickets for the Louisiana Superdome Gatorade Classic will be on sale tomorrow morning at Leesville High School. So make your reservations, and we'll see you in New Orleans. For John Coburn, I'm Rick Barnacle. Thanks to Dave back at the studio. Thanks to Jeff on the camera and Phil on the sidelines. Be a good sport, and we'll see you from New Orleans.
Yes! Prematurely. That, however, was not the case up in Leesville, as the Wampus Cats became the first Central Louisiana team in years to gain a berth to the Superdome by virtue of their 28-13 win over Breaux Bridge. An elated Leesville head coach Danny Smith is here with me now. Coach, you tell me quite a scene last night as around 5,000 fans, when the game was over, crowded onto the field.
Chris, it was something I haven't seen in my 13 years that I've been at Leesville, and to go through a season like we've gone through and to see the ecstatic fans afterwards was just quite a feat.
Now, was it kind of a surprise? Last night they came out and shocked you. Scored the first 7 points on your home field, and you were down early.
Well, that was not a surprise, because Breaux Bridge has a fine football. It showed itself by coming back and matching that touchdown and then really taking control of the second half.
Now, as we take a look at the 5,000 plus fans out there, they came, they dialed, they went up top twice, But then you did what you always do. Give the ball to Cecil Collins.
Well, it's no secret. I mean, offensively, Cecil's the guy that we're going to go to, and our offensive line really took control of the second half, and, the guys came over the side and said, Coach, let's run right at them, and that's what we did. And, throughout the second half, Cecil took control of running the football, and our defense really stepped up in the second half and limited Breaux Bridge to 1 first down, and that kind of set the tempo, for the second half.
Now, if you watch Collins, he broke a big one last night. He's approaching nearly 3,000 yards on his season. Amazing.
Right. We were talking about that today in the coach's office. Cecil's, I think, 30 yards away from 3,000 in a season, and that's quite phenomenal. Feat for a high school athlete. I think that just says something about him, but also says something about our whole football team.
And it's Saturday, 5 o'clock, Solomon. Do you know anything about them?
Oh, they're
Except
fine.
They're 13-0.
They're a fine football team, and won the state championship last year. And we're excited about the challenge that's before us. We've got one goal left that we haven't accomplished this year, and we're going to take that next step, and that's going to be in New Orleans next week at 5 o'clock.
And if I know you and the way you conduct your business up there, next week shouldn't be a problem at all.
Well,
good luck to you, Coach.
Thank you much. Appreciate it.
See you all week. The first time ever at the last night's 28-13 thumping of Breaux Bridge in a game that was not just a win for the football team, but a win for the entire Leesville community.
Just from last night was just totally phenomenal. I mean, people, that were just, I hadn't seen so much hugging going on, in a long time, but just people really showing a lot of emotion. Proud of a group of young men that have sacrificed a lot of hours and sweat, and it really brought a community, together, and it was just exciting to see.
Congratulations to Coach Smith and
Nielsen on the crossing pattern. The junior tight end lumbered 31 yards, and the Fighting Tigers are in business. They soon would cash in. Wiltz heaves it to the far side. The floater lands safely into the waiting arms of Nick Frederick. Visitors go up 7-zip. That's kind of a shocker. But the Diesel would shift it into high gear. Cecil Collins takes the pitch, goes to his left, cuts back to the right, running over people. 57-yard touchdown. Cecil displaying his elusiveness, power, and finally speed on his way to the end zone. The Wampus Cats rode the legs of number 32, who had 294 yards rushing, 28-13. Here's who they will play next week as we take a look. It'll be the Wampus Cats against undefeated and top-ranked Salmon in the Class 4A title game. That takes place next
Cinderella team looking to go to the dome. All defense in the first quarter. The Breaux Bridge's Albert Alexander picks the Jason Green pass off, and Breaux Bridge is back on offense. Guy Wiltz then goes to the air himself. Nick Frederick for a big yardage. Tigers moving the football. Then Wiltz once again. This little guy, 5'5", and all heart, finds Eric Nielsen for the completion and another Breaux Bridge touchdown. And I think Guy Wiltz likes it. He's a little bit pumped right there on the side. Tigers then cap off the drive, but Wiltz once again going to the air, finding Frederick again. There he is in the corner of the end zone. Touchdown, and Breaux Bridge led early first quarter, 7-0. But the Wampus Cat fans not too worried. They've got this big running back called Cecil Collins. Watch this guy. He is a Kevin Falk with size and power. You'll see him playing in college somewhere. Keep remembering this name. Cecil Collins with a 40-yard touchdown romp. And in the second half, it was Collins too much for Breaux Bridge. 28-13, the final score, as Breaux Bridge has a great season. But
Wampus Cats coach Danny Smith and his staff began sifting through film yesterday and anticipating
temps there. Wednesday 48-75 and Thursday 52 and 77. So mild week again.
All right, thanks a lot.
Okay.
Rapides Parish Sheriff's Deputy.
I always enjoy that segment of the show.
That was appropriate. I know it's your favorite.
A lot of goals were set, me personally, I've been there 13 years, and when I started 5 years ago, it was a goal of mine. And to see it come true, and with a group of young men to have it come true with both as coaches and players, it's just quite an accomplishment. But the work's not done.
No, indeed.
Their semifinal win over Breaux Bridge, but now the Salmon Spartans are the task at hand. This afternoon I had the chance to sit down with Leesville head coach Danny Smith to talk about the Cats, the season, and especially Salmon. When I asked him about the glory of the semifinal win, though, he said the work is not finished.
And the thing is, I wanted them to enjoy it, both as players, coaches, and fans, because I told them congratulations, and which was well deserved. But our goal is not just to go to the Superdome and show up; it's to go there and win it.
You can see that interview with Danny Smith in its entirety Thursday night at 6, only right here on 31 Action Sports. Yes, I know you know this, but it is